Lot to unpack with this game. No pun intended. Packers 27-18 lambasting the Washington Commanders. We had some good garbage time savior production out of JD5 and Debo. We had Austin Eckler go down with what very much looks like a torn Achilles because of the way that he stepped in. When you stretch out that Achilles, it just snaps with the workload. The amount of work that the guys like Eckler and McCaffrey and all these guys that have this massive workload, and they're playing at older ages, they're at such risk of Achilles tears. Bill didn't get used properly. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt was a travesty tonight to watch Bill not get carries. But this unfortunate injury, prayers up to Eckler. We're not wishing injury upon anybody, but you look at the silver lining in this for Bill, and you have to, and you say this opportunity's fantastic. It's just a matter of, will the Commanders trade for Kenneth Walker? Will they do anything wild? It's hard to know. I do know the play calling was garbage tonight for the Washington Commanders in the first half. Not to take away from the Green Bay Packers defense, because that defense is legit. And Parsons, what a move by this Packers organization. The Green Bay Packers are really going to be a threat this year. I do admit, I did not have the Packers in my preseason projections going as far as I believe they probably could now. The Parsons deal was not a part of the preseason assessment, but Parsons is a huge factor in every facet of this organization and team. Moving the football down the field position, momentum, everything is going in favor of the Packers. Now, I will say the Packers, there was a lot to be desired on a few levels too. Like you wanted more production out of Golden. They don't know how to throw to one wide receiver. Kraft going to the moon. Kraft, is he a top 5 tight end going forward? We talked about it in the offseason that he absolutely could be the number one option for the Green Bay Packers, because Golden is going to be somewhat of a gadget player. But this is going to be crazy that Austin Eckler being out is going to open the door for Bill Krosky-Merritt, but a week after we want it. So what's going to happen in this coming week after this one? People are going to be afraid to use Krosky-Merritt, and I don't blame them. So it's going to come down to, do you have safer options? Let's break it all down and more. Debo, pull back your bow. Debo did step up and pull through. It doesn't matter if it was garbage time. He scored. He had 6 receptions. He did pretty well. We'll go over the stats in a second. JD5 had 2 touchdowns. I don't care if it was garbage time or not. Austin Eckler did suffer a torn Achilles tendon. Very easy to tell when you have the snapback in the leg, especially when they stretch out. When that leg steps back, the one where the heel's forward, you're stretching that Achilles tendon as much as possible. I'll show you the mechanism and how that will look if I could find my foot. Where's my foot? Where's my foot? I don't know where it went. I got it somewhere here. Here it is. It's jammed in the toolbox. When you step like this, you're stretching that most Achilles tendon tears stretch when the person's stepping onto the field like that and exploding. Greenlaw, if you remember in the Super Bowl, Greenlaw stepped back like this, and when you step back like that, you're pulling that Achilles tendon to the max. Most older players or players that have had workload, Christian McCaffrey comes to mind. You can say I'm taking shots at Christian McCaffrey left and right. I am for a reason, because Eckler has the mileage to tear his Achilles tendon. Christian McCaffrey has the bilateral chronic Achilles tendonitis with the age and mileage to tear the Achilles tendon. One of these steps like that, and you just snap it. Anyway, we'll break it all down on the other side of the intro. Appreciate you. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
So a lot to go over, a lot to unpack here. No pun intended again. Packers smashing the Commanders to pieces. And look, credit has to be given to this team. Credit has to be given to this team, this Green Bay Packers squad. And credit has to be given to the organization for trading for Parsons. Parsons was such a good move. Not in the preseason plans. And what an amazing situation you got on your hands here if you're a Packer fan, because you got a defense now. You got a difference maker. You got a league winner. and Parsons. And, let's look at the stats real quickly and just examine the offense too. Now, Jordan Love had 2 touchdown passes. Jordan Love had 12 rushing yards. Jordan Love had a good game. Could have been a lot better. But he had a good game with the 2 touchdowns and 292. I mean, at the end of the day, JD5 had 202. And so the difference between their 2 stat lines is not much at all, especially given you only had 17 rushing yards for JD5. You'd think, he had 7 rushes, but man, he didn't get any room to run. Green Bay, hats off to the Green Bay defense. They did such a good job. The storyline of this day is in the bottom right section, the Green Bay receiving column, where you see Tucker Kraft, 6 receptions for 124 and a touchdown. Was an absolute monster in this game. We've said it kind of all offseason that the number 1 wide receiver on this team could be Kraft, because they spread the ball around so much, and Kraft will get his compartmentalized work no matter what. The receiver room, no matter how crowded it is, doesn't matter, because his receptions are compartmentalized. Now, did we think he'd have 124 yards and a touchdown in week 2? No, but this is a good option. This is a crafty, as we've said whenever people ask that question, you have crafty, he's crafty. But, Fannin, a lot of you had Fannin and Kraft, and we did bounce around, in fairness, on that back and forth all week question. It's not something you got to beat yourself up over. Fannin had one of the best rookie games in NFL history for a rookie, in terms of catching balls, looking the way he looked, and being involved in his offense the way he was, and the amount of work he got, and the amount of production he got for the amount of opportunities. So you can't beat yourself up over starting Fannin Jr. when Fannin hasn't even played yet. So relax a little bit on the doom and gloom if you did end up starting Fannin. If Fannin goes out there and has 7 catches for 89 yards, you're not that far off of of course, you're upset. You lost some points, but you can't think you have won if you sat, let's say, Kraft this week. And you don't need to do that anymore. You start Kraft all year long. But 124 and 1 touchdown and 6 receptions. If you get 6 or 7 receptions and 80 yards out of Fannin, yeah, you're gonna be down about 10 plus points on the day, but it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But absolutely, everybody freaking out about their Fannin, start when Fannin hasn't even played yet. So on this line here, let's move over to Krosky Merritt. Just a debacle. Look at he's 17 yards, 17 yards, 17 yards. What an ironic number straight down the line for these RBs in Washington. But look who is sitting there with the least amount of carries with 17 yards is Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Don't know why they didn't run him more. He averaged 4.3 a pop. Not that that was glorious, but it was the best that they were getting all night. And now that Eckler, who had 8 carries, is out of the way, prayers up to Eckler. No one's excited about his injury. But we got to look at the reality of the situation, and this door has been open for Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. So will they give him the ball, or will they trade for Kenneth Walker? Who knows? Who knows? But it is going to be hard to trust Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, JCM, Bill, a.k.a. Bill, walking into next week until we know what's what. So we'll have a lot of Bill questions this week coming up in the week 3, I can tell already. Debo pulled through. JD5 pulled through at the end of the day. Who cares if it's garbage? Zach Ertz, 64 yards, 6 receptions, 1 TD. McLaurin, 5 for 48. Very, very mundane and bland production from Terry McLaurin through 2 weeks. But we thought this would be the case because he held in. He held out. Same thing. And it causes a slow start for any player. It's something you've got to know. Debo, 7 for 44 and a touchdown. He had a good day. Regardless of how it happened. And then JD5 at the top, 202. Probably will still be one of the better buy low options this week. The 202 really salvaged his value to a degree, and I don't know that you'll go stealing him away. If he had 0 touchdowns like he was trending to have, you would be able to get him for pennies on the dollar. But I think 202 for a lot of box score bobbies might be not freaking out as much as you had hoped walking into the first couple of hours or the first hour of tonight's game. All right, so let's break down everything we can in the super chat realm, and then we'll swing on over to the phone calls. We got I appreciate your $20 hauler. I'm going to answer your question immediately. Just hang tight. Let me throw the 20s on screen. This one here, running back Genty, Bucky, Hendy, Sharbs, Ollie, Wide receiver Wilson, Rice, MHA, Buka, tight end Pitts, Fannin. Thank you again.
Alert. Super chat.
Squad looking nice and toasty and ready to go. Dak's going to bounce back hardcore. Start him this week. Genty and Bucky going to ball out. Hendy and Sharps, great running back stable. Wilson, Rice, you're waiting on Rice, top 5 wide receiver when he comes back. But Wilson, MHJ, Buka, can't go wrong with those 3 guys. And if you needed a third player, you're starting those 3 receivers and Genty, Bucky. I'm going Hendy over Sharps right now, but anything can happen, as we just saw with JCM, who was supposed to get all this work, and he didn't. Kyle Pitts, Fannin, maybe tonight's lesson teaches you that Pitts getting the volume last game, the likelihood of him having a safer game is present, but I think Fannin still has the higher upside. So I don't know that I'm still, running away from Fannin because of tonight's game. But some people that benched Kraft for Fannin in the excitement, and I don't blame them. And we had that question several times. Kraft was safer, Fannin was higher risk, higher reward, and that's kind of what we said all night. You either roll the dice and you're okay with it, or if you're going to complain and cry and be all upset about it and get all anxious about it, maybe you need to go with safer options and not roll the dice. Trade for JD5 for Sharps and Hendy. Should I accept? Look, I like your quarterbacks. Chat, should he take JD5 and replace Dak and Drake and lose his running back 2 and 3? So Sharps and Hendy leave. He's got Bucky and Genty still, but then he doesn't have anybody really backing up those guys except for Ollie. That's a tough one. Let's see what people are saying here. Everyone's saying no. I look, that's going to be a little bit of I would say an overreaction of tonight's JD5 performance, but I still think right now I would maybe sell one of them, but I don't think I'm selling both of them. I'm going to say no to that as well. But we're going to have a little bit of a weird vibe right now because Washington. Is there a chance the play calling continues to be suspect for weeks before they turn it around? It's possible. Traded Garrett Wilson. I'm not giving up on JD5, and I'm buying low, but I'm not going to necessarily panic in any weird way. Skynet says, just got offered my choice of, thank you for the $20 holler,
Alert.
Skynet.
Super chat alert.
Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate your super chat, big dog. Just got offered Buka and my choice of Javonte or Pickens for my BTJ. Give me Buka and give me Pickens for BTJ. Yes, I take that. My other wide receivers are Jamar. Yes, definitely Smitty approved that trade. Not to say that the other side I don't love, but traded Garrett Wilson, Bucky for Rice, JCM, and Amon-Ra, Tyler Warren. I'd rather have Garrett Wilson and Bucky. But a lot of it is because you're waiting on Rice, So it's like Bucky and Garrett Wilson versus Amon-Ra and Tyler Warren. I'm just going to take the now value. You lose so many points as you wait upon that to return your investment. Debo got lucky. Smitty, Terry should have had the TD. Okay, Adam. Debo got lucky, Smitty. Terry should have had the TD, but he didn't. So how do you know he got lucky? What are you talking about? Would you do CMC for Brown, Smitty? Brown and is that Brown and Devontae Smith? Because you're saying my name. That's my name. That's not Devontae Smith's name. That's my name. So I don't know what you're saying here, bro. I assume you're trying to know if you should do Brown and Devontae Smith, and I don't know which Brown that is. There's Chase Brown. There's AJ Brown. If it's AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, I'd say no. If it's Chase Brown and Devontae Smith, I would say yes. I would take that, but I'd try and flip Devontae Smith, and if that's me, I'd definitely take it. But I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. My JSN for BTJ. I take BT. Why is BTJ so cheap? We're gonna do a video on BTJ. This is a crazy amount of questions on BTJ. BTJ by a mile. DK or Buka in the flex. How are you gonna sit Buka, my boy, after all he's done for you? Pick up Jonu or Strange. I'm gonna take Strange right now, but really close call. How much fab should I drop on Tootin? I mean, a lot. I'd say I go look at what everybody's going for that is a high value target, and then you got to use that amount up at like $5. But how would I know? You got to know your own league. I could tell you full load drop because I think Tootin wins leagues, and then you end up spending 50 or 100 out of 100, and the highest next bid was $12. Like I really don't know. You'd have to tell me the historical trending. Took Kraft late in both my leagues. Nice job. Stashuan or Strange. Probably Strange. But they're close, bro. Not get political, but prayers up for Charlie and fam. Thank you, Scotty. Do appreciate you. It's okay. It's not political to say prayers up for somebody. That's fine. Anybody has a problem with that? That's crazy. Debo, top 12 wide receiver. I think he's playing pretty well right now. Like, you can complain about how he gets it, whatever, but he's playing well. Quinn and Kingsbury don't have eyes. JCM, hopefully they use him moving forward, though, bro. Pick one QB, Dak, Caleb, Dak. Come on, bro. Pick two wide receivers, Ibuka, Tet. DJ Moore is okay. I guess you could go back and forth on that one. Trade MHA Buka for Kyron. No, that's too much. I like Kyron, but I'm not going to give up all of that for the one guy. Starting Fannin or Njoku, I'm starting Fannin. Started Kraft, but also Fannin. We adjust and adapt. Smitty, the GOAT. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Got multiple trade offers. One, Harvey for my DK. Take Harvey. I'm not Harvey. Burrow, MHJ for my Knicks, Tet McMillan. Burrow and MHJ by a country mile. Bucky for my Buka. I'm Bucky. I love Buka, but come on. Njoku or Fannin this week, we're going to go Fannin. TJ Hawkinson or Fannin, I'm going to go Fannin this week, but it's close. And K9 to the Commanders, maybe, as we just talked about, maybe it's possible. Sat Fannin for Kraft, but Debo keeping me in the mix. All right, my boy, you got this, Spencer. Don't lose faith. You get panicked. You got to just keep the faith. 12-man point PPR double flex. I got offered Bucky and Mooney for my JT and Rashee Rice. I want the Bucky side a little more because you're waiting on Rice, and I don't know. It's tough. I guess I would probably say with your team though, if you could weather through it, but will you? Will you be 1-5 by then? I'd probably say I want the Bucky side a little more right now. I don't trust JT either, and Rice is out for a while. Traded CMC and Tyreek for Jacobs and Pittman. Not enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I like that you got Jacobs, but you should have gotten a whole nother player 3 times more valuable than Pittman and not given him Tyreek. So you traded CMC for pennies on the dollar. His value's through the roof. You could get a pot of gold for CMC right now. You should have got Jacobs and Ladd at the very least and not given up a single player back. Then used Tyreek to get Harvey and had this massive overhaul. But you sold really low on CMC, bro. Really low. Just because we believe he's probably going to get hurt at some point, you can't not take advantage of the market value. But I still think you'll be fine. You've got a good player. Jacobs is getting fed. Big JD5 still got me 23 points despite a tough game against a solid defense. Plus, they should have had to use JCM more. They'll use him more going forward. But yes, JD5 still pulled through. And everyone that wants to complain about how he did it, whatever, he did it. He did it. He got the job done. And it's a very underrated defense. It is such a difference maker getting Parsons, man. Parsons is such a unit, and the difference in capability of this defense right now with Parsons on this roster is crazy. This is an amazing defense right now. They are scary. This is a great addition for this team. All you second guessing or Monday morning quarterback, JR, we haven't seen you in here once talking about this. You all should have known not to start JCM and left him on the bench. You might have started to, bro. We haven't seen you once in here talking about this. So you can come in here and try and take a victory lap all you want. No one's paying attention, but I appreciate you anyway. Tillman, Judy, or Ridley this week. I'm gonna go probably Ridley. Don't let last week's lockdown matchup make you go away from him, bro. Knicks, Fields, Gibbs, Hampton, and Hendy, RJ, Nico, London. Okay, moves to make. Keeping Gibbs, keeping Hampton, keeping the QBs unless you upgrade them. Hendy, I'm not moving Hendy. RJ Harvey, don't move him. Neighbors, Nico, London. Nope. Debo and maybe Neighbors for Lamb. Debo and London for Lamb, something like that. But that's it, bro. You don't move that squad. That squad's ready to. That's riped and ready to roll, bro. Riped and ready to roll. 8-man, 0.5, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex. Need to make a trade for a wide receiver. Hurts, Jacobs, Chase Brown, Kelsey, Evans, Sutton. Trade for a wide receiver. Why? You've got Evans, Sutton, Egbuka. You look pretty good there. Maybe you're using Sutton, and I don't know. Maybe someone's going to buy the hype on JCM right now, getting into the lineup, but that's a tough one at this point in time to make a trade, unless you're trading Sutton and Evans for like a BTJ, which is a very underrated player right now. Very underrated player. Would you send away Lamar and Nico for Burrow and Gibbs? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I took go take Gibbs side all day. I'm torn between wide receiver spot and a flex. Pearsall, Hunter, and Keenan Allen and Henderson. I'm going to go Henderson and Hunter. Henderson and Hunter in that order. But Harvey's tough. I mean, that's a high risk if you want to put Hendy down or Hunter down. Or you have to put one of the running backs down. If you want to put Hendy down for Harvey, I'd be okay with that. Got offered Genty and Benson and Buka for my Hurts CMC. Yeah, you're not selling high enough. I don't. Well, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I like that. You're getting Genty and Ibuka. I'm fine with that trade. Not everybody would do it, but I'm fine with that trade because of your quarterback situation. And you're getting Buka, bro. Getting Buka and Genty. I'm fine with that. And not Kwani, says Smitty and Devontae Smith. You mean Kwani? Devontae Smith and Mason for Pickens and Pearsall. Devontae Smith and Mason for Pickens and Pearsall. Give me Pickens and Pearsall. But then I flip Pearsall. Traded Ibuka and Hunter for Amon-Ra and Monty. Give me Ibuka and Hunter all day long. MHJ and Kamara for Ladd and Harvey. I would take Ladd and Harvey. Fannin for Pacheco. I'd take Fannin. And traded CMC for Bucky and Evans. That one's a decent move right there. I'm fine with that. That one's fine. And you can maybe try and flip Evans again. But, can't blame you for making that trade. Okay. I knew Austin Eckler remained in the lead role this week. JCM work and Eckler spot duty. JCM is a weekly start. We'll see. He's still tough to play right now. It's still tough to play him. It depends on your options. Traded K9 and Kincaid for RJ and Schultz. I have Fannin. K9 and Kincaid for RJ. Easy trade. RJ Harvey all day long. Nice trade. Nice trade, Goats. I like that one. All right, let me open the phone lines to just a few of you. Dial in. I might put you on hold for a while if the super chats come rolling in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Once I say phone lines are closed, though, don't keep calling because I'm not going to answer. Because I can only fill the phone line up so much. Trade K9 and Hill for HN. Absolutely. That's the easiest question, Robles, I've really been asked in a long time. Mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Robles, that's the easiest question I've been asked in a long time. Drop Golden. Let's see here. Let me... Hold on 1 second. I'll be right with you. Mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Please mute yourself and turn on the background noise. Drop Golden and his two golden goose eggs. It depends on what you can pick up, but drop Golden after 2 weeks. I still think that's an excessive reaction, even though I, didn't like Golden that much. I still don't drop him. Picked up Fannin when Ingram got hurt. Nice job. Who should I start if Ingram plays? I'm going to go Fannin right now until we know he's good to go. My Hubbard and Pearsall for his Kyron, of course. Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you, but please hit mute. Dynasty, we're going to go with trade Tesla plus a 26-second for AJB. Yes, and then I try and flip AJB, though. Don't just hang on to that. Try and make a move. Try and make another move with that. And then Chicago, appreciate you. Zay Flowers for Pearsall and a 26-second. I would probably say I want to have Zay Flowers over Pearsall, especially with the dynamic there in San Francisco right now. All right, Travis, you're live.
Hey, what's up? I think people need to pump the brakes a little bit on, everything from this game because it was a Thursday night game, and the Packers are looking to be like a top 3 or 4 defense in the NFL right now. They
Yeah,
keep it up with Parsons. So,
They look good.
you know, there's like last year when certain guys played the Broncos and stuff like that. You just got to knock it up to a bad night on Thursday night on top of it. Kind of take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, definitely.
You got $100 hauler.
Yeah, let me get this out of the way real quickly. Trade Bijan and Evans for Puka and Henry. I guess I'd take Puka and Henry, bro. I love Bijan, but Henry and Bijan are pretty close right now, and we gotta respect what Henry's doing right now, and just write off whatever feelings we have about his injury, because he has no injury history. So like talking about Christian McCaffrey versus Henry is like two different conversations. Calvin Krim with the $100 hauler.
Smitty, everybody's pretty.
Thank you, Calvin, for the super chat. You monster, you. All right, hold on 1 second, phone callers. I need to get through these just rip through, so hang tight. Might be a little bit. I was on Patreon with you guys during the game, and the amount of comments praising Eckler going down was completely bullshit. I understand that a lot have money riding on it, but what happens is not an excuse to act like I got you, bro. I don't.
He's wrong.
Yeah,
He's calling me out too.
Yeah. Calvin, you're
one or two people.
Yeah, don't blame my mod.
Something, and I called it out.
Don't blame my mod.
I called it out too.
Yeah, so you're blaming Travis when Travis is doing his job. And Travis said 3 times when he made his comment, like he's very careful about it. He said, and I even saw him in another league in the chat saying not to celebrate injury, but this is great for. So like, don't blame him, bro. Like you're right in theory. Nobody should be celebrating injury, and that's the first thing I said when I came on here. But don't tell Travis to do his job, Calvin. Come on, he is doing. You know how much crap he has to deal with constantly. Strange or Fannin? I'm going to go Fannin personally. And thank you for the $100 super chat, Calvin. I appreciate the strong message and sentiment. And Travis and I agree with you. But like calling Travis out when we agree with you is wild. So I appreciate you though, Calvin. Strange or Fannin? I'm going Fannin. JJ McCarthy or Geno or Daniel Jones? Probably McCarthy at this point, but you're not crazy to go Geno. And Calvin, you can get put on any video if you want. Take a lap sounds appropriate if you want to tell people to take a lap on that. Full PPR, send Hampton and Pittman and Sampson for Ibuka and Hendy. I take Ibuka and Hendy and I run. Absolutely. Healing, appreciate you. Start Worthy over JMO. Worthy's not a lock to play by any means, so no. And even if he played, you'd be worried about how limited he'd be. Or Ricky, I'd play JMO. The amount of people giving up on JMO after how hyped he was is crazy to me. 10-man, $10 hauler, appreciate you. Was offered Debo for Sharps. I like both of them. And if you need a running back, and I'm looking at your team here, I think you probably do need Sharps. I'm okay with Sharps, bro. But you are taking a little bit of a gamble that he's not going to get stuck in a 50-50 all season, but I don't think he will. I think maybe Walker gets traded maybe to the Commanders, and that would be horrible for Bill. But that's in play. Houston Texans, the Chicago Bears. Walker could go to 3 or 4 teams. MHA, wide receivers, Wilson, Rice, Ibuka just got trade offer for JD5 for MHJ and Sharps. I'd rather have who's his quarterback? You didn't tell me who your quarterback is. That's a very important piece. I would say MHJ, Wilson, Rice. So you have MHJ and Sharps, and you've got a trade offer for JD5. Like, I assume you have. Yeah, you need JD5. You're getting offered JD5. I will probably say no, because look, you're drafting in a 1 QB. You're drafting, and I'm not saying the draft values are appropriate on draft day. I think that the quarterbacks are always worth more after the draft's over. I always say that. But MHJ is still getting drafted right where JD5 is, and you getting Sharps. So I don't know your quarterback situation, but if it's legit like Dak or Penix Jr., I don't know that I'm making that trade. Drop Thornton for RJ Harvey, of course. Or Jawan Jennings for Kittle. I would take Kittle even injured. But Harvey is the best player that you mentioned. Ingram or Fannin this week. I'm going to go Fannin until we know a lot more about Ingram, and we might not because I don't know if we're going to be given that much information. Drafted a ton of Debo because of this channel. Thank you. Well, let's hope it continues. Some people are very doubting Debo right now. Debo doubters. And he delivered 2 weeks in a row, and people want to complain. Smitty, take your lap on your Jordan Love take. No, James, I don't need to take a lap on my Jordan Love take. But thank you anyway. Took your advice and got Harvey and Mason for Mason straight up. I like that move. That's fantastic. And then Jalen Warren, McMillan for Debo. Definitely Debo for me. Yeah, heck yeah. And we're 2 weeks in. Like, I think the Packers look really good. But let's not act like Jordan Love just dropped 75 points, bro. He had 200 yards and two TDs. Like, I don't have to take a lap on anything. Like, Jordan Love didn't have 5 touchdowns. Well, what kind of balls you got coming in here? Be like, 202! Ooh, 202! I told you!
Mashed potatoes!
I mean, JD5 just had 202. Am I out here going, JD5, 202?
Mashed potatoes!
This guy's in my chat trying to tell me I just totally missed on Jordan. Look, Jordan Love, part of Jordan Love's problem is he always gets injured. So why don't you give it a couple weeks and let's see what happens. But okay, anyway, I think we're caught up on the supers after this final one. Ingram droppable. Not necessarily. Like, this is a complex question. And drop Mixon for Benson. I definitely drop Mixon for Benson. And I'd drop Ingram for Benson too, but Ingram droppable, it's a tough question because he's not like out or anything. All right, Travis, anything real quickly before I cycle through the phone line?
Did you get Chicago shots? He asked the question. He wasn't sure if you saw it.
Yeah, I did.
Probably did.
I almost always see these, and people said that I missed it, and I don't. It's like, you cry wolf too many times, I can't keep going back. Because then I'm reading Super Chats twice, and then I get behind. I 100% read this. And I read it pretty timely. So Zay Flowers over Pearsall all day long for me. I don't trust Pearsall, and what I said specifically was that situation I don't trust at all. Star Javante, thank you for telling me though. Star Javante or Henry, Harvey, I'm going Harvey. BTJ and Debo for CD Lamb, too much? No, I'd take CD Lamb, even loving all three of those options. And then this Super Chat, Superflex, Allen Burrow, it's Burrow, not Burrows. Allen Burrow, Hampton, Harvey, Sampson, Eckler, Najee, Dobbins, Evans, DK, Pickens, Hunter, Reed, Thornton, Mixon. Trade ideas, I'd say leave those QBs alone. And you're going to be cutting Eckler. I don't think you can do much yet. I think you've got to wait for Evans, DK, Pickens, and Hunter to all have a day. And then we circle back. I don't want you moving those running backs or quarterbacks. Unless you can move Sampson now with DK for like try that. Sampson and DK just go up a little bit. Try Ladd's even safer, in my opinion. Ladd would be a good one. Isaac with a $20 holler, my boy Isaac to the motherfreaking moon. Dropping a 20 wad. Isaac.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Okay, Isaac, thank you very much. JD5, RBs are Chase Brown, Hampton, Harvey, Hendy, Benson, and Ollie. Wide receivers are Chase, Jamo, Adunze, Rice, Coleman. Suggestions on trades, Igbuka or Tyler Warren. I mean, buying Igbuka right now is bro, you're buying him at his all-time high. Like, it's really hard to just say, like, yeah, let's go get him. Honestly, you're gonna have to wait for these RBs to do damage before you trade them too. Like, you can't trade Hampton, Harvey, or Hendy now, or Benson. You gotta wait. Chase, I'm holding on to him. Jamo, you can't even sell high. You are a total hold team. Isaac, I hate to not give you like a really strong piece of advice off a $20 hauler, but it's too strong of a team to be moving pieces until they earn their value so you can get fair market. So I would say, unless somebody's willing to overpay on, let's say, a Hampton now, don't trade Chase Brown or JD5, but Hampton and Adunze for Genty or something, or Hampton and Rice for Genty, and you try and sell Rice now. And even that could backfire on you later, so I would probably try not to trade Rice. Maybe JMO and Hampton for Genty, like something like that. Or if you go on the wide receiver end, I'm trying to get Lamb or BTJ or Nico on the cheap. So maybe you're going to Dunze, JMO, Hampton or Harvey or Henderson. But at the same time, I don't know that I want to move any of these guys. So I think I'm on a hold unless you get the perfect overpay offer. And then I think your real meal ticket will be Benson and JMO, Benson and Dunze, Benson and Rice. Especially as Rice becomes less suspended. One more weekend and people will be like, okay, I only have to wait 4 weeks. And I know you've been waiting and paying the dues, but trading Rice and a Benson on the rise for then getting like a BTJ. Let's say BTJ is still struggling. Your best bet is to wait. No doubt about it. Waiting for you is the best move. Not that I don't want you to explore. And if you get the right move and like you get someone to buy Rice on credit in advance, then I'm fine with it. But definitely need to see what that offer is. Thank you for the $20 hauler. Drop Braylon Allen or B-Rob for Tootin. Absolutely. I'd probably drop Braylon Allen right now. Ricky, PPR, Bucky, and Tyler. I'm gonna have to get the phone line cleared. I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna get piled up here. Let me go real quickly. Brandon, 224. You got 10 seconds.
All right, yeah, I'll be quick for you, Smitty. I'm fortunate enough to have Trey McBride and Tucker Kraft. I want to deal one of them away. Which one are you dealing, and what should I be looking for?
You're trading Kraft right now because his value's to the moon. But you probably want to accept whatever the highest offer was. So you're going to have to trade the one that gets you the best return. So probably saying going in after BTJ, going after St. Brown, going after wide receivers like that are very underrated. Now, do you have to give up a little bit more? Maybe. But that's kind of where I'm headed. Or if I'm going to go give Kraft away for a Henty or a Hampton right now, I'd probably do that. I'd definitely strike while the iron's hot on some of these rookie running backs and players that we know are going to ball out. A Harvey and a Lab McConkey or something like that. So just go ham on a bunch of those and bring them to me when you have them. 209, you're live, Roku. You got 10 seconds. 209.
All right. So 12-team PPR. It's my Puka and Bill for his BTJ and Hampton. What do you think?
Absolutely. I like Bill.
Awesome.
Love Bill, but you're getting Hampton and yeah. Puka and BTJ are dead even. You could take those out, and then you're really saying Hampton for JCM, 100%. And I like JCM.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, later, bro. All right, 559, you're live, 10 seconds. Okay, I'm sorry. You had your time to shine. All right, hold on, Travis. I'm going to have to get through all these unless you want to, whatever you prefer, if you're cool holding. PPR, Bucky and Tyler for Genty. Already got Bowers. Bucky and Tyler Warren for Genty. I would say, I mean, let's not act like Bucky can't outscore Genty. I don't know. I love Genty. Love Genty. I'm buying low on Genty all day long. Phone line's closed. Sorry, guys. I'll open it a little bit, hopefully. This is a tough situation. I think I almost want to say, as much as I love Genty, keep in mind that my number 4 running back, my number 3 is Genty. My number 3, 4, 5 is Bucky. So I'd almost say keep Bucky and try and use the Tyler Warren to leverage, somewhere else. Rather than waste your opportunity to send him packing for another piece, bro. Tesla or Ray Davis. I'm going to go Tesla. Cook is, practicing and everything. It's not like he's out of practice or sitting out or anything. What side of the trade do you like more? CD, Buka, Hill, Jacobs, Etienne, or Evans, Nico, Bijan, Connor? CD, Buka, Hill, Jacobs, Etienne. Oh, this is so hard to even evaluate, bro. I guess, okay, so let's take out CD and Bijan and just say that I'd rather have Bijan, but Nico and Buka. So, like, right there, you kind of want Bijan and Nico over CD and Buka, but slightly. And then it's like Jacobs and Hill versus Evans and Connor. Advantage Jacobs and Hill. And then I'm trading Hill for something else. And you got ETN. I guess you'd say the top one is slight. I don't know. Give me the bottom. Give me the bottom. ETN and Jacobs is tough. CD and Buka, I like it. It's a lot of talent, but I'm going to take Bijan. Damn it. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I'm going back and forth. I mean, ETN's such a difference maker here. So Buka, CD, Jacobs, and ETN for Evans, Nico, Bajan, Connor. Travis, what do you think on this one? What side do you like better? It's almost even. It's like weirdly even. I don't like it. It's such a weird trade. It's like you're taking one punch here and one punch there. And
so CD, Bijan, yeah, and I guess the I don't know.
I guess the top one, because if Evans doesn't bounce back when he ages out, you know. Then,
I was going to say it's a little safer on top. That's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, bro. You can't don't get upset taking it on like either side. The team could score the exact same amount of points. Like you could make that trade and the team's exactly the same. That's essentially what
you got 2 shots at the running back.
Super flex PPR start 2. Pearsall, Sharps, Pickens, Harvey. I'm gonna probably go Pickens and Sharps are your safest call. Pickens and Harvey is a little higher risk, higher reward, which is probably what I would do, but I don't know that that's the safest move. 10-team PPR, 1 QB, Kyler Fields, Chase Brown, Henderson, Chase Brown, Lamb, BTJ, Fan, and Debo. Love the squad. Harvey on the bench, Rice, Walker. I'm trading Walker, JMO, trading Walker and Debo. Honestly, like I love Debo, but I'll trade anybody. Debo scored. He's scoring points. Box score bobbies won't have felt the pressure you felt. But a Sharps and Debo or a Walker and Debo for one player. BTJ like you got BTJ, St. Brown, Hampton. I like you got Harvey already. Hard to say, like a quarterback upgrade maybe, and just going and getting that St. Brown, or it's hard to say because you got BTJ and Lamb are the 2 wide receivers I want you to get. You could go get Genty maybe. Genty using Debo and Walker for you try for Genty. You try for JJ, Neighbors, all those wide receivers right there. My JT for Bucky straight up. I'd rather a Bucky by a mile. Can you rank Warren, Fannin, and Hawkinson? I'm going to go Warren, Fannin, and Hawkinson in that order. And then crazy to play Ricky over BTJ. Yes. Why what I have to make a video. BTJ. I don't understand what everybody's doing. You've had 1 week of football that have occurred. 1 week of football. And we have people saying, should I bench BTJ? Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, what are we doing here? Ricky Pearsall with no quarterback over BTJ? What are we doing? I mean, I wish I could take him off your roster. I appreciate your super chat, but what are we doing? I got to make a video on it, clearly. My night was great.
You got an emoji for a reason. BTJ emoji. Yeah. What are we doing?
My night was great. I hit all my bets and profited $212. I'm a diehard Packer fan, and we're now 2-0. JD5 had a good enough night with 20 points. Have him in 3 leagues. I started Kraft in 2 of my 3 leagues. Great job, Carmine. Carmine's winning today. And it was a tough day to win all around, and Carmine did the best job I've seen all night. Have love Knicks. Thank you for the super chat. Penix is available. Drop Knicks for Penix. I don't hate either one. Like I don't love dropping one, but I understand you can only house so many quarterbacks. So I'm fine either way. I think Penix is safer right now, but Bonix is going to be in full bounce back mode this week. And the moment he bounces back, he's going to be like, this is going to teeter-totter. So I don't think you're crazy for wanting either one. I do think Knicks is probably a better start this week. So it's hard to say go get Penix Jr. He has a struggle bus game, or maybe not struggle bus game, but maybe not. Maybe it's 200 yards. Maybe it's similar to what Jordan Love or JD5 just did, where you're satisfied, but made a bad trade, Garrett Wilson and JCM for RJ Harvey and Sharps. I don't think that was a bad trade. RJ Harvey and Sharps are fantastic. I think that Garrett Wilson's hard to trade right now. That's not the easiest player to trade, but I think it could work out for you. But it's certainly, you gave up maybe too much value in Garrett Wilson at current fair market value, but RJ Harvey and Sharps are going to rise. So I think you'll be okay. Don't don't backtrack and make a horrible move trying to undo it, and then you make it worse. As far as your team, I'm trading Tet McMillan and maybe Pacheco. If I can slightly move Tet to a lad, Tet McMillan and Sharps, if you could sell him high, maybe to the Walker owner, or you just wait. You might make this trade after he gets value, or you just hold Sharps and say, I got my guy. But, you could try and move Ted and Sharps for like a Hampton or a Hendy right now. But those are the only moves that really make a lot of sense for your situation. Adam, appreciate you. Trade Barkley, Pearsall for Hampton and Chase Brown. Barkley and Pearsall for Hampton and Chase Brown. Give me Hampton and Chase Brown all day long. I know that sounds disrespectful to Barkley, but Chase Brown is a baller. And I like Barkley, but I'm worried about him failing you at some point this year, even though he's going to be great maybe for a whole month or maybe even 2 months or maybe 10 weeks. But there's a huge...
Yeah, Smitty.
Yeah.
The Jaden Reed news just came through. Broken collarbone. They hope he can return in 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
They hope.
Yeah. So look, Jaden Reed, walking injury. Green Bay lost him fairly early in this game in the grand scheme of things. And they still didn't use Golden. like they don't. The Green Bay Packers don't know how to use wide receivers. We said it, and I'm not trying to say that I said to start Kraft on all levels this week at all, because I'm admitting that there were a lot of questions and a lot of fan questions where we're bouncing all over the place. So I'm not trying to say that Kraft was a must-play for me at all this week. I'm not trying to say that. But we said all offseason long that Kraft could very well be the number one pass catcher on this roster. So there is somewhat of a W in the offseason talking about Kraft. But I will admit that I should have been pushing Kraft more this week. Thursday games are also weird, though. Traded Debo and Adams for Nico right before the game. I'm fine with that trade. I'm fine with that trade. I love Nico as a buy low. What about my JCM for Hampton? That's a smash, bro. It's an absolute smash. Great job if you pulled that off. That's unbelievable. And that doesn't mean I don't like JCM. JCM going forward probably is good. Now, the Commanders are one of the teams that would maybe consider trading for Walker, though, so we have to kind of watch that. But prayers up to Jaden Reed. He's a walking injury, but prayers up to him. You always hate to see it. Broken collarbone could be worse. I mean, this is an injury he can come back from this season, but he'll probably just get hurt again because he's such an injury risk. Golden, you got to think Golden's value goes up here. But then again, it's like Savion Williams might be used a little more, and then that extra amount is going to two different wide receivers and not really going to Golden at all. Golden's a field stretcher, and he doesn't have a whole lot of, route tree exposure, and it's like they're just going to run him on those go routes. Think of Golden like Calvin Ridley, almost a touchdown every week. Golden's going to have almost a 70, 80-yard touchdown every week, but remember Calvin Ridley in Jacksonville? He would have almost 2 or 3 touchdowns in one game, but have 0 yards. That's what Golden's going to be. Almost a touchdown every week. And occasionally he'll have it, but guess what? He'll be on your bench that week because you won't be able to weather it. Kraft or Fannin? Kraft. At this point, Kraft is a top 5 tight end. It is what it is. You adjust and adapt. You move on. And it's not like we were down on Kraft at all. We know Fannin is a nice option, and Fannin still gets to play his game. I'm not saying he's going to have Kraft's numbers, but he might have 7 for 89, and then he's not as far off as people feel like he is right now. You might be like, you look at, when you say, oh, damn, I can't believe I said that guy. And then your guy goes out and does okay. And it's like, there's like a 9-point difference. You're like, I still won my week. Didn't even matter. Like, so don't freak out about Fannin yet. Need to flex Sharps, Harvey, Pickens, Hunter, Keenan. I'm going to go Harvey. And we're going to get this wrong every time. You got to make a trade. Sharps eventually will be the call. And he might be, in retrospect, the call here. But I'm going to go Harvey. And Harvey has a little bit of JCM to him right now. I mean, they might not even use him. Like, look at JCM. JCM was the leading rookie rusher. JCM was in the top 5 for rushing coming out of week 1. So everybody says, you should have known. No. JCM was used. JCM was utilized. JCM was a top 6 running back yardage-wise walking out of week number 1. Travis, wasn't he 5 or 6? Because Harvey was 6, and he had 70 yards. I think
he had JCM at 82, 10 for 82.
So what was that? 5 or 6, I think. I think it was 5 or 6 in the league. So, like, let's not pretend. So Harvey could certainly just go the route of JCM this week, and they're not using him. I mean, it's certainly possible. So your safe play is probably, I would say your safest play would be Pickens and Hunter, because the receptions will be there. So your PPR, you're going to get your points. Your safest are Pickens and Hunter. He's fourth. Okay, so JCM was fourth in the league coming out of week 1. So calm down for all you anti-JCM Monday morning quarterbacking, Caleb's coming in here and acting like, oh, you should have known. No, we shouldn't have. He's the fourth leading rusher coming out of week 1. So your safe play is Pickens and Hunter, but I think Harvey and Pickens might be a good combo of the risk and the upside in Harvey and the safety in Pickens. And Pickens should bounce back this week. I truly believe he'll have a really, really big game. This one here real quickly, $5 haulers, 12-team Superflex 10. Lamar for Stroud and 2 first-rounders. I'm not taking Stroud as my starting quarterback. I'm not doing it. Lamar's worth probably more than that. He really is. And I probably would say, while 2 first-rounders are nice, bro, it's Superflex. So, no. It requires Superflex to require 4 first-rounders to get them from me. And, am I asking for a lot? I am. But it's Superflex, bro. You should be getting, like, Penix Jr. and 3 first-rounders. A $10 hauler, 10-man, Kyler, CMC, Bucky, Hampton, Javonte, Harvey, Mason, BTJ, Evans, Pickens, Tet, Reed. Sell high, upgrade anywhere. CMC scares me. Yeah, you should be trading CMC right now. For CD or Jamar, absolutely. And would I do it straight up? 100%. But would I try and also get like BTJ and Hampton, or Harvey and Lamb, or St. Brown and Hampton, or Hendy and BTJ? I'd like that as well if you can't get the 1-for-1. Sometimes it takes getting those 2 players to get something like that pulled off. But yeah, I would certainly trade him. Tajay Spears, a roster clogger. I don't. It depends who you could pick up. I don't want Ayuk either. They're both kind of a waste of space. But Tootin, make sure Tootin's not out there. Here's the waiver board right here. And Kraft isn't available in some weird amount of leagues, right, Travis?
Let me double check.
Maybe just look for me. Like, I could just see it now. But wait a minute. He's available in 35% of leagues. Hi, boss. 10-man PPR. Do I trade away my Nico Pearsall and JCM for Chase and Igbuka? Yes. If you like winning, you'll take Chase and Igbuka. Bro, I would trade away Nico Pearsall and JCM for Jamar Chase alone. I mean, alone. So what are we doing there? And will that be vetoed? You got to be careful. Got offered Josh
Kraft
Jacobs. What?
Sorry, Kraft is available. Kraft's only available in 16% of sleeper and only 5 in Yahoo.
16% of sleeper is wild, though. Like, how is he available?
Still wild, yeah.
16%? Well, how is he not, like, at least rostered? Got offered Jacobs and Javonte for my JJ. No, I'm keeping JJ on that. That's not even close. And Ricky Turbo, appreciate you with the super chat here. PPR Pickens, Keenan Allen, Hollywood, or Sampson this week. I'm going to go Pickens, man. Don't lose faith in Pickens. People don't realize Pickens had 2 PIs that were like, just like my example in basketball. A guy's dribbling down the court in basketball, open layup, and someone bear hugs him and almost hurts him. And you're like, bro, like, just because your defense is crap, you shouldn't almost injure the player and bear hug them so they can't do a layup. Learn how to play defense. Like that's what it feels like. You know, that's I don't know. Fannin for Jalen Warren. I take Fannin. Jaden Reed IR 6 to 8 weeks. Yep. We already covered that. Jaden Reed, Eckler, both. Eckler's done for the year with the torn Achilles tendon. And again, that the mechanism how that happens is like when your foot plants like this. Greenlaw tore his by just planting and going that way. It's when you stretch that Achilles tendon out and it makes it taut and then it just boom, snaps. It's awful injury. Such an awful injury. Are we holding on to JD? Are we holding on to JD and Terry? It depends on what you're getting offered, King, but absolutely. I mean, JD5 is still one of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league. He played a really good defense. They did fairly well last week, and I don't know why anybody would panic after 2 weeks of football. Trade Monty and Calvin for BTJ. If you like winning, you'd take BTJ. This BTJ stuff is wild to me. I have no idea how after 1 week of football, we have people saying, should I sit BTJ for Ricky Pearsall? That was a question I had just a bit ago. Ricky Pearsall with Mac Jones. I'm not saying Ricky's not a good play in the right context, but BTJ, what are we doing? The fact that we're getting BTJ in trades, we're wondering if we should trade for BTJ at this low value, or if anybody thinks they're cooking up some sort of buy low BTJ offer and I'm laughing at it, maybe you can pull it off because it seems like there's a lot of doubt right now. Sticky says Jamar Chase, Buka, Myers, Golden, Kyron. Got offered Tyreek Hill for my Hendy. No, I don't want Tyreek Hill at all. Everything I say on this channel is to avoid Tyreek Hill, avoid Tyreek Hill, avoid Tyreek Hill. Why would I give up one of my favorite players, House Cole Hendy, who's going to bounce back in a major way? He also has Lamb, Bucky, Tet, Debo. Yeah, I mean, bro, unless I'm getting Bucky somehow and you give up a little more, sure. But no. No way. Big T, appreciate you. Kraft is just another example of being patient with your young tight end. He had 4 points through 9 games his rookie year. Hold on to Taylor, Ferguson, Arroyo, and Sinnott. Yeah, I agree with that. Rookie tight ends really struggle. They have a struggle bus year every year. You know, like Hawkinson did nothing his rookie year, but I think it was week 1 he had 100 yards like a week 1. No, it's week 2 or something. And then they just fall flat. Appreciate your super chat. You are correct. Brandon, Keenan Allen or DJ Moore at the flex. Probably Keenan Allen for safety. DJ Moore is probably higher risk with Caleb, the volatility there. But usage-wise, they could put him all over the field. But he is banged up right now. So I'm probably going to go Keenan Allen for safety. Pitts or Fannin. Pitts is safer. Fannon's higher risk, higher reward. There's certainly, it's certainly not an easy thing. What's up, Clan? Appreciate you being here. And then thinking of offering my Bowers and Garrett and Ricky for his JSN, Warren and Hampton. I assume that's Jalen Warren. So JSN, Jalen Warren and Hampton for Bowers, Garrett. No, I'm not trading Bowers and Garrett Wilson. I don't know. You're robbery on you. I trade Ricky on the high to do some sort of other trade, but no. Ricky and another player you have for Hampton. Ricky for Harvey. Ricky and something for Harvey, and then you keep Garrett Wilson and Bowers. But no, I'm not making that trade. I like JSN. I love Tyler Warren. I love Hampton. I love all those guys. But Garrett Wilson and Bowers, it's a whole nother level of value, and it feels like you're running away from and trying to break up with Bowers before he breaks up with you. That's what that feels like. All right, Travis, what else you got?
Just on Tucker Kraft, it's obvious just by looking that he's going to be like the guy there. But if you look at like his average depth of target is almost 10 yards now, where in the past it was a lot more short stuff, self-offs and stuff like that. They're throwing to him, further down the field. Yeah, so another reason to believe it's going to last.
Started JCM over Waddle. Bro, you can't get mad at yourself for that. I mean, Waddle could still go out and do less than what JCM just did. You don't know. You're not. Broken collarbone, like we said from the jump on Patreon when we saw that, it was like immediate collarbone. You could tell that it was going to be a shoulder, but it was definitely one of the two, but it definitely looked like a collarbone. And he was in some pain. And even when he's walking, he had trouble, because the flexing of just the way when your body moves, all the muscles, everything you pull, just from just moving at all. And you could see he had to stop while he was walking, and it was very brutal for him. Poor guy. Let me see if I can find this. I'm going to put this Eckler news on screen too, so everybody doesn't, so they don't think they keep coming in going Eckler. We know we've definitely reported on it. I should probably let me put it on the screen text. Eckler.
In relation to that, do you think part of the reason why Eckler was in so much is just because the JD5 wasn't getting any time? He was getting smoked a few times. Eckler still is a better pass protector than JCM.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has something to do with it. It definitely has something to do with it, but we'll see how much they love JCM, because now they either go make a trade for Kenneth Walker, or they throw JCM in, or they bring Ramirez back into the light, and then they screw JCM again. I don't know. We'll have to see how much they really like him. I do know JCN picked up a blitz in the preseason, and they were happy with it. So
he's pretty good.
I mean, him and Jaden Blue both did. I remember Jaden Blue picked up a blitz, and Dak went over and hit him on the helmet, and they smacked his helmet against him. He's like, "Good job, pal." And then all of a sudden you hear about how Blue's not doing some of the finer things right, and it's like, what? So I don't know. Let me hit these three real quickly. Keenan Allen, Hollywood, Sampson, Fannin. Start one and rank them. I'd say Sampson, then Keenan Allen, then Fannin, then Hollywood. I like Sampson a lot, especially in PPR. If it was non-PPR, I might change my mind, but I'd go Keenan. Who should I start between Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker, and Aaron Jones? Zach Charbonnet for me, but it's risky on all those fronts. You can't, get rid of all the risk there. Half PPR, Superflex, McCarthy, Sharps for Stafford, JCM. Sharps and McCarthy by a mile, bro. Stafford's older and injury prone and not even a big time fantasy, scorer. So give me the Sharp side alone. And McCarthy, looks pretty good right now. I don't know that I'd put him in like the top 10 quarterbacks, but in a super flex, you're talking about Stafford and JJ McCarthy, and I'd rather have JJ McCarthy over Stafford anyway. And you get the running back upgrade. Man. Well, what else you got, Travis?
Just with McLaurin, I think that's another thing too, is him being gone the whole offseason. Like, the offense is going to take a few weeks to get clicking right. Because, I don't think McLaurin will do what he did last year with all the touchdowns. But, I mean, they wouldn't have given him $30 million if he wasn't going to be a solid part of the offense.
This is the reason why I can't stand when teams don't figure out, when they end up folding and getting deals done and they give up a little bit more to close out. Like, what you're doing to your offseason, or what you're doing to your beginning stages of your in-season, is like, look at the even the Bengals, like, struggling a little bit in week one. You don't have all your defensive pieces there. You don't have McLaurin there. You don't have Debo there in San Francisco, or Ayuk there in San Francisco, or Bosa there in San Francisco. These holdout situations, if you're going to resolve it, just resolve it and figure out a way to get it done. Get better, negotiating people at the forefront of these things. I just don't understand how you let this McLaurin situation create, like, you're just creating a lot of cobwebs and rust. And McLaurin's clearly rusty right now, for sure. Let me answer these real quick. Lost Kittle, traded Addison for Fannin. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, either way, I think Addison being suspended, it makes sense. And then when he's back, you might want to undo that, or you might not. I mean, Fannin could be a monster, bro. Like, let's keep in mind, I know Kraft is top 5 to 6, moving forward, maybe even Dynasty. Top 5 to 7, let's call it. Let's not get too crazy, but say that the range is there for 5 to 7. Fannin could still be 4. Like, Fannin's not done. Just literally, Fannin hasn't even played yet since the hype train commenced after his week 1, and now the hype train's going downhill because another guy did well. Like, you got to stop to think about that. Fannin still could be a top, 3 or 3 to 7. And I think his range needs to be big too. You can't put him at 3 to 4. Put him at like a top 4 to 10. Like, he could be 10, he could be 12. Fannin could be 3 or 4. He could be the next elite, tight end. He was elite in college. He was elite in college. He was better than all the receivers in college. He was better than Jeremiah Smith and Ted McMillan and Travis Hunter. He was a better reception and yard getter than anybody in college football. So Fannin's proven. So people need to relax and pump the brakes on the anti-Fannin hype train when he hasn't even played since the hype train began. Team is May, Bucky, Hendy, Lamb, Hunter, Ferguson, Sharps, Harvey, Worthy, and Rashee Rice. 14-man drop Cup for McCarthy or Mooney. Yes, I would drop Cup for McCarthy. I don't really care too much for Mooney or Cup. Mooney's okay. I don't hate Mooney, but, it depends on your situation. TM, appreciate you. Someone dropped Waddle, dropped Blue, or Coleman, or Judkins. I'd drop Blue for him just because Blue's so far away from the lineup. Not that I don't monitor the hell out of him and make sure I'm the first one there, to grab him. Breaking news, Eckler's done for the year. I've got it right here, bro. But thank you. It's like sitting right in front of your face. I appreciate you, though. But read the screen, bro. Okay, phone lines are open briefly. Dial in. 10-second phone calls only.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right, let me add this one. Hold on, Travis. All right, phone caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
It's Will, and calling from Orange Beach, Alabama.
All right, Will. 10 seconds, go.
I have a lineup question for you at the full point PPR. I have Fannin, I have Judy, I have Tillman, and I have Boutte. I need to pick 3 of those 4, so probably not picking all Browns.
Fannin, Tillman, Boutte, and who?
Judy.
I don't know. Bro, those are awful. Those are awful. I mean, Fannin.
One's going in the tight end spot.
Yeah, let me merge these. Hold on a second. Mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Just please turn the background sound down and please mute yourself. Please mute yourself and turn the background noise down. But everybody, please mute yourself unless I'm talking to you. That's a tough one. Judy, Fannin, Tillman, and Boutte, man. I guess I would go Judy, Tillman, Fannin. I'm going Judy.
Against Miami with Boutte. With Miami, that's got to be a lock, I would think.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a lock, bro. None of these guys are a lock.
Not a lot.
you're dealing with. Mute yourself. I'll be right with you. None of these guys are a lock.
Boutte is like a good stash and wait and see what his role is. He could be the guy, we don't know.
Yeah. All right. My answer would be I don't know. They're not awful decisions in like one off. Like, hey, I've got a flex and I'm injured, but like all these guys are starting for you. It's wild. I don't know how many flex spots you have or what you did if you like traded all your players for like a couple of studs or something. But I guess I'd probably sit. Yeah, I mean you can't count on all those Brown players, but like what Browns player do you sit? I guess Tillman.
I think you got to start Fannin. You got to start Fannin.
Fannin. I don't got to start. This is your team, not my team. I think you got to start.
I mean, you their wide receiver one.
Maybe Tillman, bro. Maybe sit Tillman.
I think Tillman's better. I just think Tillman's better than even Judy.
Well, I guess trust your gut then. But I will say that I will say that like part of me wants to put Boutte on the bench of that comment of all those players, but you can't because I like Tillman. I do like Tillman. I like Fannin, and Judy's the best one of them all. So it's like it does suck that and Boutte's got a lot of upside, but he's got a lot of question marks too. So I don't know. I guess let's let the chat. Let's let the chat decide.
I had Bauer and I had to sit him. I had Bauer now. I don't think he's going to play.
Bowers?
Yeah, I have Bowers, and I don't think he's going to play Monday.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If he is playing, then you got to put him in there. All right, let's see what the chat thinks, guys. Who are you sitting? Boutte, Tillman, Judy, or Fannin? Pick one, please. All right, my boy, I got to roll. Appreciate you.
Good for. Thanks.
All right, next one up, we're gonna go with. Let's see here. Adrian, you're live. 424. You got 10 seconds to make your case. Go.
Yo, what's up, buddy? It's your boy Casual. It's been a while. But now that Reed is hurt and out for the season, I think the Packers might go and trade for Tyreek Hill. What do you think about that?
I think he's in a world of trouble, and I don't think a team's going to touch him with a 10-foot pole until that's resolved, my boy. The NFL's looking into his off-the-field or his domestic abuse situation. He's going to be legally. The police are going to look into this, and the DA. He's got to be cleared of all that before a team's going to trade for him. Give up draft capital for a guy that can't even play. Take on contract? No.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know about that, man. He's hitting women. That's all. You know what? We don't want that coward.
All right. Well, it's alleged.
You don't hit girls.
Allegedly, my man. Allegedly. All right. All right. Got to go, bro. All right. 513. You're live.
What's good, Smitty? I'm from DC. I have JCM. I know the Eckler News. I'm a Commanders fan. So, who should I ship off so I could get some value? I have Hampton, Genty, Henderson, and JCM, and I want to keep JCM. So
This is a lot. This is a lot for a 10-second question. Try and.
No, I'm so sorry.
That's right. Try and narrow it down and ask one more question. Go ahead.
All right. Who should I trade Hendy for?
Hendy. You want a wide receiver? BTJ. Because guess what? People are sitting.
BTJ, got you.
Huh?
Got you.
Another one would be St. Brown. Hendy hard to trade though. Like I don't know, but you could maybe get BTJ because he's easy to trade for. I think a Harvey and a Hunter would be interesting if you could sidestep in from Hendy into Harvey, but also get Travis Hunter. I think Lab McConkey makes a ton of sense if you were to go get Lab McConkey for Hendy. It's not exactly what I would want, but maybe you can get a Harvey thrown into that if they have Harvey for some reason. Maybe you have Harvey already. Lad's pretty solid. Lad's really solid.
Yeah.
I think Evans is intriguing, but also could fall off the face of the earth. It's hard to know.
Yeah. All right. I got you.
But BTJ is the easiest player to trade for right now, in my estimation. It's crazy, man. I mean, BTJ questions I'm getting that are like making me scratch my head or
it's ridiculous.
Wall. All right.
It's ridiculous.
All right. Call back if you got later, bro. All right. Next caller here is the 513. You got 10 seconds to make your case. Go. Boom.
Yeah, hey, Smitty. It's Matt. I'm calling out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm in a 10-team PPR league. I got one offer on the table. Not a lot of activity going on in the league, but I just wanted to run it past you. I got CMC. It's my only share of CMC. I got CMC.
Bro, you're out of your 10 seconds. You haven't said a word yet. You've done a lot of dancing around and setup. Like, ask the question.
I got. I was just first time calling in.
Okay.
All
right, man. I feel
like
a jerk.
Big time fan of the show.
Yeah, oh man.
I got CMC and Tyler Warren.
Hold on. All right, let's give him a standing ovation. Standing ovation.
Sorry.
The guy's like. Okay, go ahead. What's the situation? Hit me with it.
Yeah, it's my only share in CMC. I got CMC in this league because he fell in the second round, and Warren tight end. I was able to pick up Fannin on the waiver this past weekend, and he's got CD and he's got Harvey that he's offered me, and I'm kind of conflicted on, do I want to, I understand the consensus on the show and how we're kind of feeling. So I was just kind of wanting to get your advice.
So what is on the table here? You could get Lamb, you're saying, or what was it?
Yeah, it would be Lamb and RJ Harvey for my CMC and Tyler Warren.
And who's your other tight end's Fannin, right? You said Fannin. I mean, bro, I was able to. I'm taking this. Yeah. I'm probably taking this trade. I would try not to do it. I try to do it without Tyler Warren though, if you could. But if not,
no, that's what I was asking him. I was trying to weigh my options with him, and I'm like, but he's like a diehard Indy fan, and he's like, even when we were in the draft, he's like trying to come after him super hard. So it's like,
okay.
I'm trying to his tight ends are Mark Andrews and Jake Ferguson, which he's offered to throw something extra like into the trade like that, but those just don't really.
Well, what other players does he have that he could throw in? Because it sounds like you would maybe rake him over the coals on this. If he's trying to get Tyler Warren that bad, let's see what we can do. Does he have Travis Hunter somehow? Does he have Lab McConkey somehow? Does he have, BTJ and something else?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, Smitty, and I've already kind of looked over it, and not much more that he would really be in. I mean, he's got JT as his number one, and James Conner is number two, and then it's RJ Harvey, who we're high on, and then CD is obviously his number one.
Let me put it this way: you're making a more of an even trade by throwing Tyler Warren in, and my whole objective for people is to try and do this: Harvey and Lamb for CMC. But at the end of the day, I got to think about it like this. I want Lamb over CMC. I drafted it. And of course I still want it. So I would do this straight swap without a hesitation. So if you've got Fannin and you want to trust and roll with that, which is a risky proposition because Tyler Warren's amazing, but I like this. I like this Harvey for Warren swap as well. You need a running back. This would make some sense. Just doing straight up. So at the end of the day, the amount of advanced value you get by trading CMC away and get rid of the risk, you get a credit, right? You have a Lamb and credit, and then if this is even a downgrade at all, Warren to Harvey, let's just say, then it kind of washes. But if Harvey ends up being top 6 to 10, you're gonna clean his clock, and he's gonna have nightmares for years. All right,
if you have room on his roster, just take Andrews back too, so you have a little insurance. I mean, Andrews isn't terrible.
I don't mind that either.
Just like as a throw. Yeah, I get you.
All right, my man. We'll see you later. Appreciate you. All right.
Hey, thanks, Smitty.
850, you're live. You got 10 seconds. Go. All right, he's out of here. Probably on mute, poor guy. I was on mute. You told me to be on mute, Smitty. You told me to be on mute. Hold on, let me get these out of the way real quick. I'm a little backlogged on the super chats now. Phone lines are closed for the time being. I'm sorry. My CMC and B-Rob for JSN, ETN, and Tootin. JSN, ETN, Tootin. It's pretty good. JSN, ETN, and Tootin is pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm taking JSN, ETN, and Tootin. It feels like a little bit of a watered down version of what I'm recommending everybody do, but at the end of the day, ETN's balling, bro. You know, so full PPR Pollard or Hendy, I'm going to go Hendy. But there's risk out there. Best show. Thank you, Shu. Appreciate you. There's risk out there. You know, it is what it is right now. Travis Hunter and Javonte. Travis Hunter for me. And then, let's see here. In the Flex 10 standard. Love the show. The show loves you back, Rico. I'm going Travis Hunter. Is there risk involved in that too? Sure. It's the way it is. Should I trade my Kittle? Phone lines are closed, 480. I'll open them in a minute. Should I trade my Kittle for JCM? It depends on who you have at your tight end spot, you know, and I still think I probably, if you're desperate at running back, I could understand you doing this, but you are still doing it on spec. Like, I'll give you it this way. JCM with Eckler done for the year with the torn Achilles tendon. JCM is probably in the driver's seat, but JCM was already in the driver's seat walking into this game, and the keys weren't in the vehicle. So I'm merely just pointing out the fact that there are human beings involved in these decisions, and somebody decided, even though JCM was fully anointed the starter by everybody and their mother, the team forgot. And is there a world where this team trades for Walker or does something to piss everybody off again? Yeah, there is. So Kittle probably has more value if you were to wait it out. Now, if you need JCM now and you need to take this gamble, I understand. But part of me thinks you could get Harvey using Kittle. So is there a safer option than JCM? Yeah. Do I love JCM? Yeah. But is there a safer option than JCM? Probably for Kittle. I think you could probably get it if you searched a little longer. This might be one of those trades that you do and like 10 of the other 12 owners are like, why didn't you contact me? And, you know, you could have got Harvey. And Njoku, Pitts, Hunter, Henry, or Strange. I'm going to go Pitts for safety. I think Pitts is in a pretty good position, especially if you got, you know, a little bit of a banged up London. Walker gets traded equals league winner. It depends, man. I mean, he could go to Chicago, be stuck in a running back by committee situation with Swift, and he could go to the Commanders and look what they're not doing with JCM. Although if you trade for him, you're probably using him. Houston, he could, you know, bad offensive line situation. Hard to know. I would say we get excited about it, but I would say anoint him a league winner. Possible, but not lock. Not a lock. Hey, Smitty, drop Mims for Fannin on waivers. I would. I think Fannin's potentially a league winner at the tight end position. How do you like Fannin in non-PPR? I mean, it doesn't really, it's all relative, so no different than I would downgrade any other tight end in non-PPR. So he still has a lot of upside to be a league winner at the tight end position. Appreciate you dropping that, Chris from Vegas. $20 hauler from Big Homie. Big Homie, I'm so sorry I left you hanging here. You had a $20 hauler. You're going to get the $20 hauler. Where is it? Come on.
Alert.
And then
Super chat alert.
I'm sending you also to Jupiter.
To Jupiter.
And I'm going to take a lap And
your Bijan card has been revoked.
I meant to Smitty approve you.
You've just been Smitty.
Poor guy drops $20 holler and I take away his Bijan card and ignore him for 2 minutes. 10-man league, non-PPR. Big homie, you're still here, right? Appreciate you, big homie, for dropping the massive wattage. My boy, appreciate you. Is James Devlin just continuing to... Is James Devlin... Is he in
timeout? Right. He just gets all excited about stuff. So
is he in timeout? Don't ever block. Don't ever block him. I know you're not, but James, you get thrown in timeout a lot. He's always going to the principal's office. Is Big Homie still here? Big Homie, where are you at? Big Homie, I appreciate you, my boy. Manifest, thank you for becoming a loyal member. Appreciate you. Where's Big Homie? Yeah, James is in timeout like half of his life. James is the only one that I'll read a super chat while he's in timeout. 10-man league, non-PPR.
I answered his question in the chat while he was in timeout. Yeah. Understood that.
10-man league, non-PPR, Fields, Hampton, Swift, Lamb, Neighbors, McBride, Hollywood, Bench, Tootin, Bill, Harvey, Gordon, Ridley, McMillan, Rice. Lineup. Should I drop Tootin or Gordon for Fannin? I'd probably drop Gordon for Fannin right now, but I'm hesitant to tell you that because I still think he could be potentially a league winner. Looking at your roster, though, it's hard to really say to drop anybody else. You can't really, there's no one else to drop. I would probably say I do want Tootin. Tootin's a league winner, though. And as far as your team goes, I like everything, but the fact that you don't have like a solidified running back too. I don't like Swift, so I'm trying to trade Swift, and Tootin might become that, and Bill might become that. But you could trade Swift and Ridley for like a Harvey and get lucky, or Swift and Ridley for something. Go running back shopping. I can't think off the top of my head. Travis, if you can come up with a running back too, let me know. Ridley and Swift for like Harvey's the best one, but I'm trying to think if there's another RB that makes sense for that. I love that you're getting Tootin though.
Chuba?
You could try for Chuba. That would be wild if you could.
I know it'd be tough to get him.
Yeah, you could try. Make sure Benson isn't out there. That's another one. Thank you, Big Homie. Big Homie, you still here? I don't know if Big Homie responded. I don't know if Big Homie. Poor guy. Is he out there? James Devlin, what do you... Oh, he's in timeout. He can't even answer. I wonder what he does for work. You don't have to tell us where. Don't tell us where, James. But I wonder what he does. Like, I see him being like a security guard at a like a big tall building, like in Die Hard. Where there's like screens and there's it's like 20. It's like 75 floor skyscraper. And he's just it's the building's locked down. The cleaning crew's going by. That's the only thing. He's got the TV on. And James Devlin's just sitting there getting timed out left and right. Should I trade Hollywood for Devontae Smith? I'd probably take Devontae Smith. Yeah, I still like him a lot. It's just he's trapped in a weird situation. If anything ever happened to him, to A.J. Brown, he would go to the moon. My running backs are Genty, Pollard, Sampson. I was offered Pacheco and Judkins for Pollard. Pollard's a tough player to assess right now. I'd probably say... I don't know, man. I'd probably say, Pollard's. He's healthy right now, right?
Yeah, I think so. They just had a rough first game. Yeah, I mean they were against Denver.
I think Judkins is
18 carries.
I think Judkins is decent upside for you, but I think I'd rather have Pollard. I want to trade Pollard and something for Harvey is what I'm doing. Should I trade Hollywood for Devontae Smith? I already answered that one.
Oh, there you go, Smitty. James Devlin doesn't work. He's in the 11th grade in New Hampshire.
No way.
Watching you since the 9th grade.
No way. First of all, you can't even. I doubt that.
Up past his bedtime.
Nah, he's lying.
Bed.
Not desperate in any position. I have depth. With that said, would you drop Thornton Jr. for Tootin? Absolutely. Tootin's look, I mean, I love Thornton Jr. I do, but Tootin is a 9 out of 10 of being, or not a 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10 of being the odds of being the best pickup of the year. Him and Benson are the next guys to go get and grab if we're trying to predict. These are cells right here, by the way. If you're trying to predict who the next player is, so definitely go grab our boy. Drop one for Tesla, A.O. Manor, Downs, Juwan Johnson, Goddard. Probably dropping. I don't know that I'm holding both the tight ends. So, I mean, Goddard looked pretty good, but he always gets hurt. So I'd probably say drop Goddard and hold Juwan Johnson. But that's also tough. You got to make the call. If like you can never get a backup tight end and you're going to be screwed at bye week time, then I guess you drop A.O. Manor, but he's got nice upside. So pick your poison there depending on what helps you. And then not desperate. Oh, I just read that one. So I'm caught up on the super chats. Rock out, you're live. I'll take a few more phone calls. But if I tell you I'm done, I'm not answering anymore. There's a couple of you that aren't listening when I said that. You just kept calling and calling and calling and calling and calling. But you're not going to get in on that. Rock out. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I guess I got too cute with Lil Bill over Tillman this week.
I mean, bro, you didn't get cute with that. Like, Tillman, you don't know what he's going to do. And Bill was supposed to do well.
Yep.
He's supposed to do well. Like, everyone, real quickly, hold on. Let me just address. Everybody's going to come in here and act like this is something that everybody should have known. And that's what you get for when we're talking Bill up this week. And we were in the stream right before the show. Like, I'll take an L. If you want me to take an L on that, guys, it's fine. But nobody's in here going, I'm going to go on record and say Bill's he's getting 4 carries. No, it's really easy to come back in here and be like, you should have known. I knew quietly from the shadows, even though I didn't say anything, that Bill was going to get 4 carries. Bill had 4.3 yards per carry, I believe. I think he had 4 carries. Yeah. He had 4.3 yards per carry. They didn't give him the ball. It's not his fault. Like I said, he was given the vehicle, and then the keys weren't in it. So I don't think you got cute. I think it's just the way it goes sometimes. And, and like I said, I'm very confident that the odds are that he's going to be given the starting lineup as of right now. But this is a situation where people might be putting the cart ahead of the horse again, and thinking that there's not any kind of obstacle like a trade for Kenneth Walker that could potentially get in the way. It certainly is a possibility. It's in the realm of possibilities. But I think we should be excited about Bill's opportunity. Calvin, are you still here? I know Calvin got really mad at all the people celebrating Eckler's injury. And I didn't see a lot of people celebrating it. They were like saying, Bill, if anybody did say in the Patreon, like, oh, I'm glad he got, like, I don't think anybody said it like that. But if anybody looked.
One person said something, and then they backtracked off it. A couple people said, oh, don't say that. Yeah. And you got thumbs down, and I don't know what else we could have done about it.
Yeah, Calvin, your expectation was a little high. Especially you were a little hard on Travis, saying, do your job. What more could he do, But you're right. Nobody should be celebrating injury, but we do have to have the awkward conversation. Calvin says there was a couple people, but I mean,
you can't let it go. He's already got timed out once. You can't let it go.
Who, Calvin?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I brought it up again, so it's my fault. No. It's my fault. Calvin, don't keep talking about it. I didn't mean to. I'm
all right with it too.
Yeah, I mean, Travis is doing his best, and you gotta understand, like, Travis doesn't have to do any of it. Like, he's just trying to make the community the best he can, and so I'm sure it rubbed him the wrong way, and I don't blame him. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way to hear it the way you said it, because he's literally doing his best, and you're like blaming it on Travis. But anyway, I brought it up again. It's my fault. All I was trying to say is when I was trying to not bring this up to go hard at Calvin, is just to say that nobody should be celebrating Eckler's injury, but there is the reality of that we got to be like, yes, Bill's got a chance. That's not celebrating it. It's just Bill's got a chance. The window's open for Bill, but we do have to be very careful because we don't know if the Commanders, who made very poor decisions tonight, are in a position to make very poor decisions again. So hard to know. Sim Valley with a $5 says free James. He's out. James already super chatted right here. James says you have rogue mods. I've been getting timed out. I don't have rogue mods. You repeat yourself over and over and over, James, in capital letters, just like you did right there. And you say, please, desperate help, need immediate help, need immediate help. Everyone needs immediate help, James. Everyone in here needs immediate help. Everybody in here has a crazy hard question that they've got to have handled. And, you're making it look like yours is more important than theirs. And at the end of the day, it's not. Everybody mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you, but please mute yourself. Thank you, Simi Valley, for dropping that. I got a $20 hauler from Riley, but there's no message attached. Riley, you didn't include anything.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Let me see, Riley, if I can find your message in question. Hold on. Yeah, definitely include it. That way I can not, miss it. Let me see, Riley, if I can find it. I think it's right here. Here it is. I got Gibbs, Bucky, Dobbins, and Sharps. Wide receivers, Buka, Tet, Devontae Smith, and Mooney. Tight end, McBride. Quarterback, Dak. I feel like I need another big wide receiver. What do you think? Well, the only thing you could do is, I don't want you to trade Bucky because you won't get enough for him. He deserves so much more than his value. Buka, I mean, you could sell Buka, but I don't know that you're going to get what you want out of Buka either, because I want the world or I'm not trading him. You could explore it. And McBride, I don't know if McBride has quite the value he should either right now. So the only one you could maybe sell is Gibbs because he's Gibbs, but even he didn't have the biggest game. So we see him getting tossed around like he's not Jahmyr Gibbs anymore. I would say you probably got to wait a week, but your team's really good. And if you wait a week, Charbonnet might be your meal ticket into a big name wide receiver. So I think be careful to make a trade this week. You got strong players in McBride, Buka, Sharps even, Bucky, and Gibbs. And I start Sharps, I think, as my flex, not Dobbins. But you never know. You could trust your gut on that one. But your team's pretty solid. I mean, Ted could go out and have 100 yards. Buka could have 100 yards. And then, your receivers pull through this week. Devontae Smith's not bad. So I'd probably wait a week before I do anything. And then you're trying to, unless you can trade now, Devontae Smith and Charbonnet for BTJ and something at BTJ's value is so low right now. I don't know why. Try that and see if you can get another player. And that's the only thing I'm trying to do. Or I'm trying to trade Dobbins and Devontae Smith, and I'm just trying to get like Travis Hunter, an exciting player I believe has that huge upside that other players don't have. And people aren't understanding that the value's there. Travis Hunter's got so much massive top 15 wide receiver value just, hiding. He had 6 catches last week. Yo, Smitty, any early movers or hold tight? Yeah, I mean, first of all, we got, JD5 is a solid underdog promo code Smitty. Play 5, get 5. Make sure you guys do that. I don't know if we're going to draft tonight, but make sure you're ready because we'll be doing some drafts, at least tomorrow night. So click this link right here to sign up in advance. This is why you get put in timeout, James. This exact reason right here. It's almost like you don't hear what we're saying. I almost feel like you're a bot. I feel like you are a bot because it's like, how do you go from saying your mod's a rogue? Smitty, I need extreme help, please. It's the same thing over and over, like for 5 years. I think maybe 6 years. You vanished for about a year, though. I don't remember seeing you last year at all, but for like 6 years, you would come and go, need extreme help. I am a robot. Need extreme help. Need 2 starters, Diggs, Pearsall, Devontae Smith. I'm going Pearsall and Devontae Smith for now. It's a good question. It's a close one. Need extreme help, please. Smitty, please. As far as this team here, early moves. Here's what I was trying to press. This button here. So these are the early week 2. The video's already up. Go watch the video. These are the buy lows. The wanted. The top most wanted.
Top most wanted outlaws.
These outlaws are on the run.
These outlaws are on the run. Because they're wanted. Dead or alive.
So go check that out if you need any. But those are the top Most wanted outlaws. Mahomes, and then honestly, the guy I probably should put on the list is BTJ. Let's do it now. Let's see. Let's put BTJ.
How low people are.
He's probably the top guy. Let me see if I could find his graphic real quick and put it on screen. BTJ. BTJ is here to stay. He is BTJ. Maybe we put him. He'll share a bunk bed with Genty. There he is. So go check that out. And so looking at your squad, London, Garrett Wilson, Evans, Bowers, Bijan. I'm trying to trade Pollard, keep him Mahomes, Pollard and Evans for BTJ type of thing. Pollard and Evans for Ladd maybe. Pollard and, well, I guess, yeah, I'd take the risk on Shards being my running back too, and Tootin in the wings, I'm not worried about getting Pollard at all. Pollard and Evans for wide receivers is kind of what I'm looking to do. Harvey, Pollard for Harvey. Sharps for Harvey and a Evans to Ladd safety mechanism, or a BTJ. BTJ really is not only here to stay. That's like my Michael K CPA song. Is Michael K out there? Michael K CPA, he is here to stay. Kelsey, Sampson for Sharps or too much. I think that's okay. Look, you're buying Sharps on spec. It's risky. I don't mind it. It is risky though. BTJ and HN for Ladd and Chase Brown. I'm going to go ahead and say I'd rather have BTJ and HN, but I'd rather have Chase Brown than HN in a vacuum. But I still think HN's not somebody we write off as somebody that's way far away from Chase Brown. It's just more like HN was ranked above Chase Brown before week 1. Coming out of week 1, it's flipped, but they're still neck and neck. And so you give me BTJ over Ladd. I love Ladd, but I want BTJ. But I don't mind going the Chase Brown Ladd side if you don't want anything to do with HN right now. Like your gut tells you Miami's going to fall apart and HN's going to fall apart with it. Then I'm okay with this move. If that's what your gut's screaming, do not think I'm going to make you take a lap. Also need to drop one for Tootin. JCM, you're not dropping JCM. Jennings, come on. Why are we even having a conversation about dropping Keon Coleman or JCM? Or is that JJ McCarthy? JJ McCarthy. That's JJ McCarthy. But even so, Coleman, Jennings, drop Jennings. 12-man Superflex, CMC plus Knicks gets what caliber of quarterback? The top one. Josh Allen, Lamar. Do I drop Loveland for Benson? Yes. Yes, sir. Full PPR start Fannin or Jawan Johnson. I'm going to go Fannin. And then this one is blank. Appreciate you for dropping it, but there's nothing attached to the 11,000. What is the conversion on the 11,900? We got the top super chat of all time. I don't know what that is. But I remember the first time I saw it was like a $200. The conversion was like $2, but I didn't know when I saw it the first time. Nice. There's nothing wrong. I'm not trying to crap on $3. That's nice. I just 11,000 conversion is wild. But it's blank. $5 hauler, 12-man or 12 PPR. Should I trade Tet and Cook for Genty? Yes, if you like winning. That, bro, you get that. Come back and tell us, and we'll celebrate your name. Appreciate you. Look at this question. That's a long old paragraph. Wolf, am I reading a novel here or what? Good Lord. Flex. Super flex with 3 flex spots and 10 bench. Okay. Hampton, Hendy, Harvey, Sharps. You're waiting on these running backs, Neighbors, Buka, Debo, Hunter. You're like you got everybody else's problems, like a surplus of talent. And what do you trade? You kind of got to wait and let it all work out. Like Fannon's a good trade piece. Warren's a good trade piece. That's probably your starting point. One of those guys with Debo, one of those guys with Hampton, and then he's trying to upgrade into Genty or trying to upgrade Pickens and Fannin into BTJ, or Debo and Fannin, or Debo and Warren into BTJ. That's what I'm doing with that squad. I mean, that's pretty easy ideas, I think, for that 12 team. I need a divide and conquer. Knicks, Penix Jr., Bajan, Sharps, Harvey, Lamb, Sutton. No, you don't. You're fine. This team's really good. I don't think I'd divide it up. I think you're waiting on Tootin, Harvey, and Sharps to upgrade maybe Sutton or Rice to get out of the waiting game on Rice, but I'm not moving that team. That team's fine. Here's another one. I give Pollard, thank you for doing that again, Alberto. I give Pollard and Kamara for HN and Brown. I mean, bro, I'd give Pollard and Kamara for HN. I don't know which Brown you're talking about. Is that AJ Brown or Chase Brown? Because Chase Brown, you aren't pulled this off. I just want you to know that. This is like you waking up in the middle of the night and having a great bright idea that's not going to work out. But if that's AJ Brown and it works out, you're still blasting him in a trade. Like 100% approval on that, by the way. But if you pull that off, please let us know. I just think that's not going through. Yo, Smitty, I'm back, bro. Big homie, did you get my answer? Big homie, appreciate your $20 holler. I'm back, bro. Ridley and Swift for Harvey. You suggested Ridley and Swift for Harvey. I got Harvey on my team already. Who else do you suggest? Okay, I'm not dropping Gordon or Tootin for Fannin. Okay. I would consider Gordon for Fannin if you needed the tight end spot, but I still love Tootin and Gordon. I still think there's some league-winning potential there. But there's league-winning potential in Fannin, too. So drop your kicker maybe and try and work out a long-term deal, and then a longer-term deal on the week to hold it. As far as Ridley and Swift, you said, let me go through the running backs real quickly. Let me see. Ridley and Swift. I don't know, guys. Chuba's a good one if you could pull it off. I just don't know that you're going to. Charbonnet? Ridley and Swift for Charbonnet. That's the ticket. He probably already has Charbonnet, though, with my luck on pulling a rabbit out of a hat here. I think we don't have that many names in this territory of player, bro. You know, you could go after like a Monty, but I don't even know if that's anything that I think it really comes down to Charbonnet and Harvey you already have. Am I missing something? Is there a running back I'm not thinking of that fits this bill? ETN, you're not. Try. I mean, I've seen people say, should I start ETN or Ricky Parasol this week? So maybe the person that owns ETN thinks that it's a falling knife and they're not wanting to. I guess I would
not
try
likely, but try for Hendy because I've seen Hendy go for nothing.
Yeah, Hendy, Hampton, try Swift. I mean, look, Swift might be higher on someone's radar than we think. So Swift and Ridley, maybe you throw Fannin in and you pick them up. Go to the HN owner, see if you can throw Gordon in, and maybe they've got a player on the bench. But maybe you drop your kicker, pick up Fannin, and they need a tight end, and you're trading Swift, Fannin, and Ridley for, it's not always easy to trade multiple players because then they have to make cuts, but I'd probably say, I don't know. I'd say Hendy, Hampton, very unlikely to get them. And for those watching, it would have been Harvey, but he's got him. Benson's intriguing. I don't know that you want to give up Ridley and Swift for Benson, but I'm just saying, I think he could become a league winner. Tootin's going to be a league winner. You have him. I think, who was my other one I just said? Mason's not bad, but Charbonnet. That's my big homie. That's my recommend. I don't know that you're doing. I think you got to go Hunter shopping. If you're not going to get a running back, go Travis Hunter shopping for that. That's doable for Travis Hunter. If you already own him, then it's Pickens. Pickens or Travis Hunter, Charbonnet. Final answer. Those are the three dudes. Flowers maybe as well. I like all those players for the Ridley and Swift maneuver. Dynasty Superflex, would you try to trade away JCM for Kenneth Walker? Man, wouldn't that be crazy if you did that and then Walker gets traded to Washington and becomes a starter? So JCM for Kenneth Walker and a late first rounder. I would take a late first rounder and Walker for JCM, then try and flip Walker again. Yeah, that's what I would do. Because look, as much as I love JCM, there's still a lot that has to happen for him to be locked in as the future running back and they didn't even use him tonight. And I'm excited about him, but I'm taking a first rounder on Walker because Walker's still young. He still might get, his shot somewhere, and he might get traded. So I'm definitely taking that gamble over JCM. If you're giving me a first rounder, I'm fine with that. Even if it works out for him, I'll be excited for him, and I'm not even mad. 10-man PPR QB, Burrow, Bijan, Genty, Mixon, Blue, Warren, McConkey, Garrett Wilson. Moves to make, I'd probably say with this team, you're standing down on the 2 running backs and quarterback tripod that you got going on. You can't trade any of the running backs. Mixon's trash. Put him on IR if you can, I guess. McConkey, love that. Garrett Wilson, love that. Hunter, love that. Rice, love that. McBride, love that. Not sure I'm making any moves, my boy. There's not much you can do unless you're moving like a Dunze and McConkey, or a Dunze and Hunter, or a Dunze and Rice for like one player now. BTJ comes to mind, a Dunze and Rice for BTJ. Would I trade McBride for... I don't think I would in your situation. I like your receivers. McConkey and Garrett Wilson and Hunter are nice, man. I don't think I'm running. I think I'm standing down with this team. It's a really good team. And last super chat, and then I'm going to go over to the phone lines. James Devlin with another. This is how you get immediate attention, James. I can't find your other messages sometimes, and here you go. Mason, Pacheco, or Sampson. Didn't we already answer this one? Or no? Chat, can we get a vote for James, please? And if you answer him in all capitals so he can feel how it feels to read all capitals all the time. So everybody drop in all capitals your answer. Everybody, please, all capitals. Sampson, Pacheco, or Mason? Seclan's having a good time. He loves this. He loves James Devlin. I think Seclan might adopt James. Mason, Pacheco, or Sampson? I'm probably going to say Mason's running away with the vote. Non-PPR. Mason's running away with the vote. If it was PPR, I'd say Sampson's got a shot at winning this, but it's non-PPR, James. Hot Pocket James. Caps. Did Caps have a question, Travis? I saw that.
Oh, yeah. He was asking in Dynasty, he was asking, would you rather have Tootin or Fannin? He only has Bowers. I guess he's pretty good at running back, he said.
I still would rather have Tootin than Fannin. If like,
that's what I was wondering.
If you've got Bowers. If you didn't have a tight end, then Fannin's league winning. James is very grateful to the all caps crew. He says thank you so much, everyone. All right, Robert, don't get it. Robert, it's infectious. Robert's now in all caps still. Robert, tone it down. Stop yelling. Judkins will have that backfield soon. Probably not. He'll probably be, unless Sampson gets hurt, he's splitting it. Sampson's not letting go of it. What was I saying, Travis?
Tootin and Fannin.
Oh yeah. If I did tight end, yeah. But Tootin to me is league winning. Winning. Mark my words. Is everybody listening? Listen to me very clearly. If you don't listen to a single thing I say all show, please understand what I'm saying now. Tootin and Benson are potentially. Now, we have a lot of potential. This is the way the waiver wire process works. There's a lot of potentials, right? But these right now are the most active potential sleeping giant players, Tootin and Benson, and Tootin can win leagues. Just like Etienne, Liam Cohen's going to create that running back value. He's just going to.
The look on Tootin's face is good, too. Looks like nothing phases him.
Brian wants to send Travis to the moon. I like to see Travis have some fans once in a while. It's a little ridiculous how much crap
to the moon.
He takes a lot of crap from people. He's just trying to help he's trying to keep everything solid. All right, I got a full phone line. Rock out. What do you hear? What do you say? And then I can put you on mute, but hit me with it real quick.
Would you be dropping Ford and Bigsby?
Ford and Bigsby in general, yes. But I would be monitoring Bigsby because but injuries would have to hit for him to even get in there. But yes, I'd be monitoring. Yeah, but yeah, depends what you can pick up.
And not sure yet, but I'll just asking in general.
Okay. All right. Hang tight, rock out 1 second. Let me go over to Justin. Justin, you're live. Long time no talk.
Yeah, so the thing I just keep on taking away from post week 1 is, like, to me, the best buy lows are the guys we know are great on, like, bad offenses that, like, just disappointed. Like, Brian Thomas, I think you can talk somebody out of Brian Thomas, like, and get to Brian.
Clearly.
Because it's like, you're just like, well, you should trade him because he didn't even have any catches. And his quarterback's Trevor Lawrence. And Travis Hunter's there, and he's going to poach a bunch of the targets. Like, a lot of these guys that are on what are thought of to be bad offenses, and they might have a bad quarterback, and they might have had a bad week 1, those should be people's targets, in my opinion. That's all I got, though.
Alert.
All right. Thank you, pal. You can mute yourself real quickly if you want to add anything else in a second. Let me go over to DJ. DJ as quickly as you can, about 30 seconds. I'll give you a little more. I know you're a little more long-winded,
don't
but
worry,
we'll cap you at 30.
Don't worry. Best show on the planet. Best show on the planet. As a kid, one of my favorite songs was "His Name Is Bill," sitting on top of Capitol Hill. And in fact, right now, this might be my favorite. So, in other words, Bill, we just have to sit on him. I think he'll be perfectly fine. I think he is a mirror image of like what Robinson was, but just much more juice and explosive. So no reason for me to think that, me personally, to think that Bill won't be toting the rock, short of Eckler's injury. And in fact, this could be Eckler's last game. I don't know. What is he, 30?
No, Eckler tore his Achilles. He's done. The come back from that is near him. I mean, maybe he tries, but he's
Sure. And he's hit 30, and he's been good. Travis uses both sides of his brains. It's impressive. I'll give you your props, Travis. I wasn't in the community with people talking about outfield. Oh, yeah, no worries. But, S happens. But this is what happens when you have a show like you do, Smitty.
Yeah.
Travis, people come in and what have you. And I'll stop there. There's more, but I'll stop.
All right, DJ, appreciate you, bro. Call back if you got another.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. 618, as quickly as you can, please.
Hey, it's Mike from St. Louis. I'm not sure what moves I should make. I got Chase Brown, James Conner, CD, BTJ, Hunter, Pollard, Pierce, Saul.
I'm not. It's too much. I can't hear all this and retain it and I have to write it down. But just hit me with your question.
Okay. All right. Question is, do I drop Downs to pick up Tootin? Is that worth it?
Yes. I didn't need any of the back score to answer that question. Tootin is. I'm not putting Downs on this list. Tootin and Benson are on this list. So when I said, listen to me, and I try to make it all dramatic, I don't think you listened to me. But it's okay. I'm here to repeat it, and Tootin's got that win a league potential, my boy. And I like Downs, but Downs ain't winning a league.
Do you drop Sampson or Downs?
Probably Downs, because I still think Sampson's got a lot of value.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate you. All right, this guy says, Anxious Angus says, hey, Smitty, how much for your autograph? Travis to the moon. I've been banned so many times by Travis as well, but all is forgiven, bud. It was my fault, Art. Here, I'll give you my autograph right here. Just screenshot this. There you go. Screenshot here. I didn't let you sit on it. Screenshot that, put it on a screensaver. There you go, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat.
Angus has been fine because he hasn't been timed out in a long time.
Yeah.
Not from what I can see.
Angus, you've matured.
Good.
You've matured, my man. Congrats. All right, let me go over to this next phone caller here. 408, you're live. What can I do for you, 408?
Hey, Smitty, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good, bro.
Two quick questions. Who am I starting this week? Kyle Pitts or Tyler Warren?
Seclan says top tier content. Seclan, you've been sitting out for a while. I mean, you say you always listen, but I'm glad you're back in the chat. I'm sorry, Tyler Warren and who?
Kyle Pitts.
I mean, anything can happen, but I think I can speak for pretty much everybody here that we're excited about Kyle Pitts' return potentially. But Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. We're excited about Kyle Pitts' return, but I think we're all very, very much Tyler Warren train conductors. You know, it's not really a tough question for me at all. I think at any moment Kyle Pitts could outscore really any tight end, but Bowers and McBride. But Tyler Warren, I think, has the best shot at being tight end 3 on the year, tight end 4, you know. I mean, like let me put it this way. Would I rather have Kraft or Tyler Warren moving forward? This is a debate to have. This is not an easy call. And everybody wants to say Kraft right now, but Tyler Warren's that good. So
got it. And then last one. I'm having a tough time determining who I should start between Egbuka, Myers, Wilson, and Pickens. I got to leave one out.
Finish him. Call terminate.
It's for your own good. Did you just put Jacoby Myers and Egbuka in the same conversation? He said Egbuka, right?
I think so.
Maybe he didn't. Chad, did he say Egbuka? I think he did. If he didn't, I hung up on him for nothing. I think he did. I think he said, we're having a real tough time for me. He's starting Buka or Myers. Really don't know. Yeah, the chat's saying he did.
It's probably because Myers had 100 yards last week, but still got to start.
Even James Devlin is spamming the chat. Take a lap, pal. James, spam it a little less, like maybe 2 of them. I don't think anybody would have a problem. Can we get a vote? James is allowed to say everything twice, but not multiple times past that. Is that okay? Does that everybody agree on that?
2
like
times.
we can twice, 2 times, 2 times, James, 2 times. I mean, geez. Angus, calm down. You're starting to go in the wrong direction again. All right. Mo, you're live. Keep it snappy,
What's up,
Mo.
Smitty?
What's up?
Yeah. What type of receiver would you go after with Bill and DJ Moore?
Bill and DJ Moore?
Yeah.
I mean, Bill's going to be hard to. I mean, maybe he's not going to be hard to sell after tonight because of the Eckler injury. I don't know. I bet you there's people that are going to be into it and people that are going to be like, I don't trust him at all. Don't trade. Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. Okay. I'd probably say that this is an easy trade for Ladd. If the person is down on Ladd, they might not be. Bill, DJ Moore for Harvey. I still do that even if it's an overpay slightly by some people. I think Travis Hunter might be an overpay for some people. I still do that. So those are the players that I'm interested in. And of course, I'm trying for BTJ just because it seems like they're giving BTJ away. It's insane, bro. Ricky Pearsall, BTJ. Do I start DJ Moore or BTJ? So clearly someone gets Bill and DJ Moore. They might do it if they hate BTJ right now. Wouldn't be shocked if someone said BTJ got cut in my league. Now, that league is going to be a joke of a league, right? But I'm just trying to tell you, BTJ is the most disrespected man in the land right now. And that's why he has been added since the video was created to the most wanted outlaws. So Brian Thomas Jr. is an outlaw that's wanted. He's on
the top most wanted outlaw.
He's on the run.
These outlaws are on the run.
So go get BTJ while you can. Anything else, pal? That should be a good list for you.
No, that's it.
All right, Mo. Later, bro.
I appreciate it.
All right. Let's go over to the 415. Is this William? 415 William?
I'm 850.
No, this is Rax Poker.
Okay, well, let me go to 415, and then I'll go to 850. 415. I love how 850 is so presumptuous that I'm talking to. Hey, William. 850 is your name, William?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. The coincidences are wild on the phone line sometimes. All right, William, hold on 1 second. Let me go over to 415, not William, even though it says William. Go ahead, 415. What can I do for you?
What's going on, Smitty? It's Rax Poker.
Rax, what's up, Rax? I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. No pressure.
man?
I haven't seen your super chatting face in a while. Go ahead, Rax. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I've been trying to super chat you, but I live in in Thailand now, so it's Thai bot. I can't send any super chats to you for some reason.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah, it says you have to have USD connected. Blah, blah,
well,
blah. I tried to figure.
You can send if you ever need to send a PayPal. You send it that way if you need to. Rax.
Okay.
No pressure, Rax. Okay. What can I do for you, Rax?
Okay, I got a proposal here. I don't know if it's fair. I'm winning, he's winning, but I got offered Genty, Garrett Wilson, and Charbonnet for Bijan Robinson.
Give me that one more time. Genty, Garrett Wilson,
and Charbonnet for Bijan. And I'm down on my wide receivers. I mean, I think I'm down on my wide receivers. I got Metcalf and who's my other? Oh yeah, BTJ. I got BTJ. Those are pretty much my only wide receivers, and then I got like Thornton. So, I mean, I don't really got too much of a wide receiver group. And my running backs are Harvey, Bill, and Kyron.
Yeah, I guess what I would do here is you're taking a little bit of a gamble on assuming that Genty's going to be near as good as Bijan, but I still feel that way. Like we've had 1 week of football. We haven't had the week 2 play out yet for Genty, so I'm very, very okay with this downgrade. Given I get Garrett Wilson and a potential, it's not a lock, but a potential top 12 running back. So I think I'm okay with this trade for you. I think I'll probably take this. Chad, are we in agreement here that we've taken Genty, Garrett Wilson, and Sharbs for Bijan? Or is somebody saying no? He needs wide receivers. So this makes some sense.
I would have. Yeah.
I would take it, Rax. That's
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about it. I also sent this proposal out to my Kyron Williams for JSN and Travion Henderson. That one sound a little better.
Kyron Williams for
JSN and Hendy.
Same team?
No, different team. I sent that one. I'm hoping we've been talking about it. We're mulling it over. He said he kind of likes it. He kind of doesn't. He's gonna
like that.
check my team out. We'll see.
I like that. It's a tough trade though, just because I love Kyron, but I take that. I was gonna say you could take both of them in that one league, but it's in 2 different leagues. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Smash.
No. Same league, 2 different teams. Same league, 2 different teams.
Same league, 2 different. You have 2 different teams in the same league?
No, I'm talking to two different fantasy owners or managers or whatever, but it's the same league. But
I'm confused.
Yeah, different teams.
Okay.
That I'm talking to. But
all
right, cool.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is these are both your team. This is your one single team, the same team.
Yeah.
So you could do both trades. Okay. So you just smash both trades. So your team would be you'd be getting Hendy. You'd have Hendy as your running back. You'd have Genty as your other running back. You'd have Garrett Wilson. You'd have Sharbs. You'd have
Harvey.
JSN. You'd have Harvey. And who's your quarterback? JSN.
Joe Burrow.
Metcalf
is my quarterback.
Burrow. And then what other players do you have? Do you have anybody else? You said DK?
I mean, I got like Thornton.
Okay, yeah, no. All right. Yeah, I mean
I got three tight ends too. By the way, I got Kyle Pitts, Evan Ingram, and Fannin.
Okay, so this trade's good for you. You'd have Hendy, Genty, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Harvey, Sharbs. I mean, it seems like a pretty good trade for you.
And I'm hoping Blue from Dallas ends up being a starter here soon. I have him on the bench.
Well, it might take a little while. All right, Rax, appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. I'll try to visit more. I mean, I watch you all the time. Like I said, I just can't,
no pressure. No pressure at all. But you email me through my thefantasyfootballshow.com, and I'll tell you what the PayPal is. You don't have to send anything. I'm just saying if you were ever wanting to and you couldn't, I'll send you that email. All right, man. Rax to the
yeah. I don't mind showing some love. This is the best show on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean that's Rax used to drop them. So, Rax, appreciate you. I always show you when you do it too. I'll put it on screen. All right, Rax, appreciate you, bro. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Smitty.
All right, that was so 850 William What can I do for you, 850 William? And then I got to get to these super
Yes,
chats.
sir.
Out of here.
So rewatching that Raiders and Patriots game, and the Raiders are using Mayer with Bowers on the field.
Yes.
More than I thought, and he looks very good.
Yes.
If they sit Bowers, how close do you have? How close would you rank Mayer to Fannin?
That's a tough question because, and Mel, real quickly, Mel, before I answer that question, Mel, are you still here? Mel, I'm so sorry. I saw this $20 holler right now.
Super chat alert.
Mel, where are you, Mel? Mel Bailey, appreciate you. Yeah, I sat Pollard to play Bill. Nope, you can't beat yourself up over that. Think about many times we start off slow on Thursday and came back strong on Monday. Just one player isn't going to kill a week. We make our final decisions. We got this, says Mel. Mel, that's great advice, and Mel is speaking the truth. Mel, thank you for the $20 holler. I know that was a message for the group, and they all read it, but I didn't read it out loud on the screen, so I apologize. Mel, hopefully you're still here. If Mel's here, I'm going to give Mel a standing ovation because I did not see that in time. Traded Hampton and Reed for Ladd and Blue. I'd rather have... Honestly, it's even. Reed's out. Blue isn't doing anything, so this is a straight 1-for-1, and they're dead even. So dead even. And then Seclan says, Chad is so funny. James Devlin telling other people to stop spamming. I can't stop laughing tonight. That is kind of an oxymoron, you know. Okay, so your question was, one more time, repeat it. It was Mayer. No. You don't need to repeat it. Mayer. Mayer is a good player that might be capitalizing on the fact that he's the second tight end option. So this isn't one of those things where all of a sudden Mayer just goes to the moon. It could be one of those things where we're like, Mayer, yeah, he's gonna go crazy, and then he goes out and does nothing because now he's the focal point. I do like him a lot. I think he's a really, really solid player, but this could fall flat on your face. You know, if you start counting on something, I think Fannin's a better option. I think Mayer, if traded somewhere, would be amazing. By the way, and I really liked him as a prospect. Him and Kincaid, I liked about dead even, and I kind of like Mayer more until the landing spots. Then we were big on Kincaid, and then Kincaid got completely misused. He still is to a degree, but he had a great week 1, by the way. But Mayer's nice, bro. If they do sit Bowers, he's not bad. But I just think expecting him to be Bowers-esque or something could be a tall order, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility he has a 70-yard touchdown game. But to answer your question, long-winded, sorry, I would say give me Fannin over Mayer, but it's pretty arguable. I mean, we don't know what Fannin's going to do. He's in a sharing role, but he's almost like a wide receiver, though. You know, so I'm not worried about. I don't think. Did Mel not come back in? Mel, where are you at? All right, anything else, bro?
I haven't seen him.
And that's it, man. Just recovering from hernia surgery, so I appreciate your show.
Appreciate you. Sorry about that. Rest up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Justin, any final thoughts?
I take Fannin in that whole thing because I just feel like I've seen this dance too many times where like you might like a team's tight end too, and the tight end one gets hurt, then it's like, well, Mayer gets like 4 targets, and whoever their like tight end 3 is gets like 3 targets, and Thornton gets like 3, like, you know, like that happens 90% of the time.
Mel, appreciate you, Mel.
That's all I got. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's weird how that stuff works out, but I think Mayer could fall flat if everybody's expecting it. I think if we don't expect it, he'll do good. All right, thanks, Justin. Later. Mel, appreciate you. Swavey, drop Braylon Allen for Judkins. Sure. How much fab? No Brees Hall. I can't answer that, Swavey, because you got to know your league. Your league might. So many people blame me for dropping $100 out of 100 on Fannin this past week, and then the night.
Not a full load drop though, right?
You what?
He was asking that. He was asking in the chat if you would full load drop on Judkins. You would.
So, no, not necessarily, but I just like I said, full load drop for Fannin or full load drop for Tootin. That's if you need to. if you do it without doing a little research and saying, well, like last week, the highest guy in the year before, I don't think we had anybody go for more than like 45% of the fab, you're wasting your money. Like, you have to know your own league, and I don't know the historical significance of all that. You do. So if you gave me the historical, like if you said, Smitty, last week, so-and-so went for this, and then I could have a little bit of a barometer. But I would say Judkins full load drop, probably not. I mean, bro, Samson's still in his way. Even if he gets the first and second down work, Samson's still in his way. And Samson looks phenomenal. So, a $20 hauler from Tono, appreciate... Kobe, I'll call you Kobe. Kobe, appreciate the $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Dynasty Superflex, starting Burrow, torn between starting Dak or Drake May. I go Dak this week. Dak looked good last week. He just had drop footballs, horrible situation. I like May this week. He's not bad, but I'm going Dak. Dak's going to have a
both have good matchups.
Yeah, they're both solid. Dak's safe and has high upside. May, who I've stacked with Hendy, which doesn't really get you more points or anything, Also, what do you think Diggs and JMO could get in a trade? Probably not a lot right now. Diggs, I don't think anybody's trading Diggs at all. Could JMO get you Harvey? Could JMO get you Hunter? Could JMO get you an upgrade like, I don't know, Keenan Allen to Ladd? If you gave JMO up, maybe. Could JMO get you Evans if you want to take a little bit of a gamble that direction? Sure. Could you get Charbonnet for JMO? Maybe. And Diggs? Maybe. I mean, I'd try all those. Those are definitely moves I'd make. Any bigger wide receiver ones got Buka and Neighbors already. Those are pretty damn good receivers, but you're not getting a wide receiver one with Diggs and JMO. But if you coupled a running back with JMO, maybe you could potentially get BTJ, like we keep talking. So it depends on who you throw in with that. Would I downgrade Neighbors into BTJ to get my running back upgraded into, you've got Hendy already, like just getting Harvey straight up, Harvey and BTJ for Neighbors, boom. St. Brown and Harvey, like go to the Harvey owner, see what they have, but it'd have to be like that player, right there. Or go to the BTJ owner and see what you could upgrade your running backs to. Hendy to Genty, boom. Or one running back into Hampton, boom. Smash. All right, let me get this super chat, then I'll clear the phone line, then I'll get out of here. 20 gifted memberships from Wolf, dropping fire. Wolf, appreciate you.
Nice.
Started Pitts over.
Got his membership too.
Yeah, take a lap, best show. Started Pitts over Kraft. Look, you might get 10 points out of Pitts, and then you're not that far off. How many points did Kraft have tonight? It was pretty nice. But let's just say, what do you get in fantasy tonight, points wise? Let's see. 6, 12, 18, 24 and a half.
Yep, 24.4. Yeah.
Okay, so 24 and a half. I know it sounds like you lost 24 and a half points. That's the way the human condition is. You're like, oh my God, I didn't start him. I lost 24. You didn't lose 24 points. You lost 24 and a half points minus what Pitts gets you. So if, let's say, Pitts gets you 6 for 70, you like something along that line or whatever, you're probably somewhere along the lines of a 10 to 12 point difference, not 24.5. So when you're going to bed tonight, you can't sleep. Just remember, you're most likely missing 10 to 12 points by not starting Kraft over Kyle Pitts. So, or Fannin for you, those of you that started Fannin. In most likely worst case scenario, you're missing 10 to 12 points. It's a lot of points. It sucks. It is what it is. But don't freak out about it and understand that it's not the end of the world. And you got Kraft going forward. So you should be excited about that. Tell me I'm wild for wanting to start Fields over Burrow. You are wild for wanting to start Fields over Burrow. Could anything happen? Yes, the answer is yes. All right, let me go over to Rock Out. Rock Out, final thoughts. Good man.
So what could I get possibly for like a Devo? I'll try to get like a running back or a receiver.
Hendy, Harvey.
Okay.
Ladd. Sharps and something. Harvey and something. Quarterback upgrade. Tyler Warren. Hampton, Hendy. I think I already said one of those, right?
Yeah, some good option.
BTJ if you give something else in addition. I mean, maybe not. Maybe straight up. I mean, people are just out. They're down on BT. Hunter and something. You know, definitely. Yeah. I'd take Hunter and something. I love Hunter. I love wild anti-Hunter people. Got 6 receptions and they're all pissed off at him. He's going to get more defensive work. Oh my God. Does that mean they're taking away? They're not taking anything away. If anything, the way I look at Hunter playing more defense is good. It's very good. Because this guy has lived in his wheelhouse is when he's involved in both sides of the flow of the game. You know, so he's been kind of like out of his element by like just playing one side. He hasn't felt the same. He hasn't felt like himself. You know, there's something about his game where he's involved in both sides. And Raka, can you mute yourself? The reverb's awful for some reason. He's playing both sides of the ball and he's getting into the rhythm. And then once, you know, he gets the ball back on offense, he's been out there. It's almost like think of it like he's saying, guys, come here. I'll catch you up on what's been going on because I've been on the field, you know? And so when he sits out, he's trying to get used to that way of playing. I think it's going to be really good for him to get out there and be doing more. But I love people that hate Travis Hunter. It's so wild, man. All right. Rock out anything else?
No, that's it. Appreciate it.
He's in the building. All right, later, bro. Appreciate you.
Cool.
All right, Travis, any final thoughts?
Just manifest in the chat. He just got a membership, and I guess he was having trouble with the super chats. I had him make sure YouTube was updated and everything. But so ask his question for him. Get a trade question. Amon-Ra and James Cook for Jamar Chase and RJ Harvey.
Amon-Ra James Cook for who? Harvey and who?
Jamar Chase and Harvey.
That's pretty close. Amon-Ra and Cook for Chase and Harvey. I mean, if Harvey doesn't work, it's still kind of like you're losing a little bit, but you still got Chase. So I'm taking this side because if this guy is as good or better than this guy, you're going straight to the top. And if it doesn't, then you're still fine. You know?
Yeah, because that would be like
I'm taking this side.
Fair trade, or even some people give up more for just Jamar Chase, you know? So.
Yeah. Easy work. Easy work. All right, Travis, anything else, bro?
Yeah, just quick, just from earlier when I was asking about
Andre, thank you.
I need wide receiver help. It's a half PPR. I was asking about Sampson for either Zay Flowers or Jerry Jeudy or Devonta Smith. Are you taking? You had said Flowers, but does the half PPR change anything?
Flowers for who? Which player?
Dylan Sampson.
I mean, half PPR takes away from Dylan Sampson as much as it takes away from Flowers. You know.
Well, that's what I'm referring to. Like, I'm deep enough at running back. I need wide receiver.
Well, I'm just saying. I think it's relative. It doesn't matter if it was full PPR or half PPR or non-PPR. They're both getting hit equally at PPR. So I'd probably say I'm still fine with Flowers, but I'm fine with trading Flowers for Dylan too. But I just think that Flowers is more locked in than Sampson is because Judkins is coming back. So I would say I'd rather have Flowers overall, just because you're probably going to see Dylan Sampson take a little bit of a hit.
then Judy or Devonta Smith, you would keep Sampson over them.
I'd take probably, if I needed a running back, I could get behind that. But overall, I'd probably rather have the receivers, either one, slightly. But
Slightly over Sampson.
Yeah.
I need the receiver. That's what I'm at.
Yeah, I'd be okay with probably Devontae Smith and then Judy. Well, Judy, I'd probably say Devontae Smith then Judy. Because I think A.J. Brown's dealing with a hamstring injury and we just don't know it. I feel like they're not being honest about it. And then you get the knee issues, and then you got, I don't know. But Devontae Smith isn't exactly like a lock. Yeah, but I don't mind him.
Right, that's a league and a half A.J. Brown. So
yeah.
I'm just trying to get a little
insurance.
All right. Appreciate it, Smitty. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Travis. Thanks for all the help work you do. Please give Travis your thanks. He's always trying to help out the chat, and he gets occasionally people are just get mad at him. This is ridiculous. Andre, appreciate the 10 gifted memberships. Andre to the moon, and then he did another 10. Andre, you still here? I want to give you a standing ovation if you're still here, pal, because I appreciate you. And I didn't see this the last time, and I think I did acknowledge this, Andre, but make sure you let me know if you're here. Wolf, appreciate your 20 gifted memberships, Wolf. Thank you so much, both of you guys. Thank you to all the super chatters tonight. Anxious Angus is back with another, says got offered Bowers plus Chuba for Bucky and Warren. I'd rather have Bucky and Warren. Yep. It's good. Either side's good though. I mean, it's a good trade. Johnny with a $5 holla. Tomorrow night, I know I said I'd do it tonight, but we ended up not getting to hype it or anything like that. The highest super chat tomorrow, I believe the 5 highest super chats tomorrow, I'm going to be giving spots to the Super Flex League. I'll announce when that begins tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll be doing that. The 5 biggest super chats get into the Super Flex League. We'll draft on the Tuesday after week 2 is over. So heading into week 3, it'll be the official Super Flex draft of the show. And you won't get a guaranteed spot next year, but we'll be doing it every year, and it'll be a redraft. So it'll be Super Flex, and it's called the Wild Wild West because we should have drafted it after week 1, but I didn't have time to assemble it. So I'll be giving away 5 spots tomorrow. Johnny, 1 QB, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex. Who do you start? Probably Baker this week. Ibuka, Ridley, Judy, Shakir, Godwin, Genty. So your 2 wide receivers are going to be Ridley and Judy. And then your running backs are Genty, Bucky. And then your flex is going to be Henderson, not Javonte. I go Henderson personally, even over Sharps. But Sharps might become a problem for you, and you get to trade one of them. And then Warren. So, but your only dilemma is Henderson or Sharps, in my opinion. So that's a tough one. You know, could you trade one of them later to upgrade even? Yeah, but then you wouldn't have depth. So I don't mind it either way. But I would prefer to get, instead of Ridley and Ibuka, did I say Judy earlier? Ridley and Ibuka are your 2 wide receivers. I'm going to try and upgrade Ridley or Judy and Ridley together for 1 slight upgrade to Lad would be good. Try that if the person that has Lad has weak wide receivers. But Ridley and Charbonnet eventually, when Sharps gets more value, you could trade those 2 for... I mean, you could try now for BTJ because BTJ's value is so low. Try that. St. Brown, BTJ, Judy, and Ridley for freaking throw Javonte in there if you needed to. Javonte and Ridley. Yeah, keep Charbonnet. Javonte, Ridley, and Judy for 1 bigger wide receiver like BTJ or lesser. Even Lad. I'd do all that for Lad. And then pick up like a Tesla off waivers or something like that. I don't know. Kind of the way my mind's attacking your team, my boy. All right, I'm out of here. I'm exhausted. I'll see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to hit the Underdog link on the way out the door. That link is pinned in the live. No, it's not anymore. Let me pin it real quickly. Play 5, get 5, or play 5, get 50. There's the link. I'll pin it in the live chat right now. We'll be drafting on Underdog tomorrow night. So make sure you click and sign up now. And the hires are so fun to do on Underdog. Also, don't forget my Patreon 365 24/7 live chat group. That link is right here. That's what you heard us talking about earlier when someone was celebrating Eckler. Calvin Krim, are you still in here, bro? Calvin, appreciate you, by the way. I appreciate you, and I you know, I don't know if you are upset by me calling you out on that. I appreciate your $100 super chat, but what Calvin was talking about earlier, that's on this Patreon. So $10 a month, there's not a lot of drama on there ever. It's always real calm and collective. So it's not like that was like the first issue we've ever even heard of. I wasn't even there for it. But I guess when Eckler got hurt, there were a couple people that celebrated unprofessionally, and they didn't probably mean it, but they were just excited about JCM. They were a little worked up all night, but no one's celebrating that he tore his Achilles tendon in general. Appreciate you. 24/7 live chat group. Link is pinned. Let me put the link. Or no, the link's not pinned. It's in the description of the video, as is the Underdog link, which is pinned, and that's in the description of the video as well. But this is a 24/7 live chat group, $10 a month, cancel anytime. It's like your own personal group chat where you can talk with whoever you want. And appreciate you all. Thank you to Travis. Thank you to Blackbeard. Thank you to Space Ricky. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Thank you, Vampy. Thank you, DeBolt. All my moderators. Did I miss a moderator? Kenny Powers. See you all tomorrow. BTJ video to drop in the morning. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Ty M. Thank you, Drawing. Thank you, Blackbeard again, and Sick Nasty, and Space Ricky, and Travis, and Vampy, and DeBolt. Appreciate you all. Calvin, we'll see you later, my boy. Casey, we'll see you later. KL4 Life, appreciate you. Anxious Angus, don't be so anxious. Voyager, appreciate you. Brian, it's the clan still laughing. The clan's gonna have a big smile on his face when he goes to sleep tonight. He's like, "It's a funny show." That's the clan. It's the clan in the building. Rick, we'll see you later, Rick. Skynet, see you later. Thank you for the super chats, everybody, Skynet included. My $20 hauler super chatters tonight were Carmine, Mel Bailey. Mel, appreciate you. Is Mel here? I did do a standing ovation for Mel. I think Mel did come back, right? Mel, are you still here? Mel, thank you so much for the super chat. Kobe, thank you for the super chat. 19.99 haulers were GLY, Skynet, Yogi, Isaac, Big Homie, Grippy, Riley, and Wolf. Isaac, thank you, pal. And then Calvin Krim with the $99 hauler. Calvin, my boy. Gifted memberships, as I said earlier. We had Andre, are you still here? I forget. Andre is here. Andre is here. Standing ovation. I told Andre I'd give him a standing ovation if he was still here. Andre.
Mashed potatoes.
You get a meatloaf.
I smell meatloaf. Meatloaf.
Yeah, meatloaf. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Wolf. Wolf, appreciate your gifted membership. New Age Outlaw, appreciate your gifted memberships earlier.
I smell meatloaf.
And BBQ. And Andy's gifted memberships earlier too, by the way. Andy, BBQ, and New Age Outlaw. Andy's been dropping fire for a while. Andy, you in here? Andre getting the meatloaf call.
I smell meatloaf.
Tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. I should have this video up.
He's BTJ. What you gonna do? He's BTJ. He's gonna put it on you. He's BTJ. Gonna have a good game. He's BTJ. Your mama screams his name. BTJ is going to put it on you. There's not a single thing that you can do. BTJ is going to put it on you. There's not a single thing that you can do.
I really do appreciate what you do, Travis, says Calvin Krim. I was a bit harsh, so I'm sorry for that. I like to see that. Calvin, I was kind of waiting for that, to be honest. Just because Travis does work so, like, literally putting Travis in a, in any sort of, like, bad light when he's literally, maybe he like, what's he supposed to do? Like, juggle 7,000 things at once? You know what I mean? So, Calvin, I appreciate you saying that. And Travis is such a good, dude that he said clean his slate. He won't hold any of that against anybody. All right. Thank you, Calvin, for the $100 hauler again. Appreciate you. See you all tomorrow. BTJ season. Buy low, buy low, buy low. Thank you. See you all tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern for the video drop. 1,000 of you still in the building. Sum total. I got about 900 on YouTube and a couple hundred on Twitter. My Twitter people, get on over and subscribe, please. Timothy says, love your show. The show loves you back, Timothy, to be honest. All right, get on over there, Twitter people, and subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe if you're new. And please hit the thumb up on the way out the door. We've had like 1,200 people in the live stream on YouTube, the whole show practically. And I only have 306 thumbs up. 300, it's a good number, but like we had 1,200 people in here, like 306 thumbs up. Please do your boy. And Mel in the building still. Mel is still in the building. Meatloaf. I smell meatloaf. Meatloaf. King says, thanks for the Debo call. Well, as much as I want to act like someone else said, Smitty, the Debo call was amazing. Great job. Like, I mean, there's some hesitancy as to like how that production's coming together at the end of the game. But yeah, we still got some good production out of Debo. I mean, the fact that people are even ripping on Debo at all, and he has back-to-back solid games. I mean, you're talking about, I wonder where Debo's ranking, at the end of week 2 in fantasy football scoring, because he was wide receiver 6 in week 1, and he's currently wide receiver 1, obviously 1 game played, but he's wide receiver 1. He's of the two teams that just played, Debo's wide receiver 1. He has 7 receptions in week 1, 7 receptions in week 2. He had 77 receptions in week 1, 44 in week 2, and he had a rushing touchdown in week 1 and a receiving touchdown in week 2. Debo's got 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks. So I think it's been a win so far. I don't want to take like a victory lap on it necessarily, because it hasn't been exactly to plan. All right, see you all. But thank you for the credit on that, and we'll see you all tomorrow. BTJ, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, 4:30 a.m. Pacific time. Hit that thumb up, please. We still only have 316 thumbs up, and we have 813 YouTubers still lurking in the chat. 316 thumbs up. If I've done you a solid at all tonight, please hit that thumb up. See you all later.